brave men and women serving our country with the singing of our national anthem. Performing tonight's anthem is the Montclair Elementary Chorus. Thank you to the Montclair Elementary Chorus.
Good evening, everyone. Arlie Johnson with you here on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.TV.
At this time,
the Jacksonville Icemen are set to host the South Carolina Stingrays tonight in the seventh and final game of this seven-game homestand for Jacksonville. And this is the rubber game for the Icemen. They won the first 3 games of the homestand. They have lost the last 3 games of this homestand. This one's going to determine whether it's a winning homestand or a losing one. Big game here for the Icemen tonight in front of a great crowd at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Getting the start in goal tonight for the Icemen is going to be the Princeton graduate Colton Finney. 3-7-1-1 on the season for Finney. He's got a goals against average of 3.38, save percentage of 88%. Austin Lott's got the start each of the last 2 games. In fact, he's gotten the start each of the last 5 games. But Finney did get some action in last Sunday against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Played about 50 minutes of that game, only allowed 1 goal. He played very well in that contest in relief of Austin Lotz. So he will be counted on to try and provide this victory tonight for Jacksonville. The Icemen coming in with a record of 15 wins, 26 losses, 3 overtime losses, and 2 shootout losses. In goal tonight for the Stingrays is number 32, Jeff Jakaitis. 12-5-1 on the season for him. One of the best goals against averages in the league, 5th overall at 2.28. In fact, his goaltending partner, Parker Milner, is 3rd in the league. The Stingrays tops overall in the league in goals allowed per game. South Carolina is exceptional defensively, not only in total goals allowed, but also on their penalty kill, where they rank number 1 in the ECHL as well. Jakaitis with a save percentage of 91.1%. These 2 teams met in the first game of this homestand just over a week ago, and it was Jacksonville coming away with a 1-0 shutout victory. Garrett Hunt had the only goal of that game. It was a first period power play goal, and that was the difference as it turned out. Nobody knew it at the time, but that was the only goal of the game. Slight delay here to get things started. One of the linesmen trying to sweep up a rough spot on the ice, it looks like. He's actually got the scraper out there on the ice to try and get things a little bit better. Your referee this evening, as it was last night, Andrea Barone. The linesmen are Christopher Williams and Charlie O'Connor. The Icemen, for the 3rd and final time, wearing their Hockey Fights Cancer weekend uniforms. White jerseys with 2-tone pink trim. Pink numbers, dark pink numbers. Pink on the shoulder tops, a light pink trim to go with it. Light pink numbers on the sleeves. It is Brendan Collier against Patrick Gall on the draw. Collier wins it, Jacksonville controls, and we are underway. Thank you for being here tonight on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Arlie Johnson with you for the call of the game tonight between the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Jacksonville slams it around the wall behind the South Carolina net, rims around the end boards all the way back to center ice, and it's South Carolina who clears in. First on it there is Tanner Eberle, ahead to Scott Savage and out of the zone. No icing here. South Carolina deflected the puck along the way. So Joey Leach will pick it up for South Carolina behind his own net. One of the alternate captains for the Stingrays. Leach with an indirect pass to the right wing side for Joe Devon. Deflects off of his stick to the Icemen. Garrett Hunt cannot clear the zone yet, however. Devon now gives it up to Cam Critchlow, and that will start the Icemen on their way. Wing-to-wing pass goes off a skate. Devon plays it ahead. It's a breakaway for Camerata to the backhand. Robbed by Colton Finney. It's a glove save for Colton Finney on a clean breakaway for Taylor Camerata. 6 up high after the whistle as well, as we stay scoreless, just 1:01 into the game. Camerata deking from the forehand to the backhand, tried to go top shelf, didn't get enough on it, and Finney was there for the glove save. Camerata had a couple of feet under the crossbar, but that puck wasn't high enough, and Finney robs him with the glove. So the draw will come to Colton Finney's left side. Joe Devon against Critchlow on this face-off, or against Everett Clark, rather. Everett Clark missing a couple of weeks due to an upper body injury, but he returns tonight, and he is on the ice right now as the Icemen clear in behind the net of Jeff Jakaitis. Forechecking is Clark. Puck goes along the near side boards. McIntyre holds it in for Tyson Fawcett. Cannot get the shot away. Joe Devon plays it to an open wing for Camerata. Camerata turns away from Clark on his forehand. He gets it ahead, and the Stingrays will work it through the neutral zone. Nothing in the early going. Walsh with a centering pass. Backhander goes wide of the net for Marganari. He does get it back behind the goal for Camerata. He is ridden off the puck by the Icemen. Not out of the zone just yet, however. Stephen Whitney gets a give and go. Tries to get the forehand pass away, but it is stolen by Chris Dines. Dines spins away from a double team. Works it free for Bobby McIntyre. McIntyre cross ice for Dejan Mingo. And the Icemen do get it out of the zone, but no further than that. South Carolina has had the edge in play in these opening couple of shifts. Stingrays work it through center ice. This is going to be called icing. Looked like Hampus Gustafsson might have gotten a piece of that puck. Surprised they called it icing, but they say that there was no touch, so we'll bring it into the Stingray zone here. Just over 2 minutes gone by. 17:52 to be exact. And the Cam Critchlow line comes out. Jason Christie, head coach of the Icemen, juggling lines for the second straight night. We'll give you the line combinations at the next whistle. Meanwhile, it is the Icemen with the puck to the right of Jakaitis. Jimmy Lodge with it there. Curls into the high slot. Moves it to the right point for Daly. Rister in a screen. Save is made. Rebound in the slot. But it is South Carolina clearing it away. Could be icing. Looks like it will be icing. Scott Savage not exactly going full tilt to get to the goal line. And it will be another icing call against South Carolina. So here's your line combinations tonight for Jacksonville. Different from last night, which was different from the night before. Your lines are Brendan Collier at center with Tanner Eberle on the left wing and Elgin Pierce on the right wing. The line that's on the ice right now has Cam Critchlow at center with Garrett Hunt on the left wing and Jimmy Lodge on the right wing. Third line is going to be either Everett Clark or Eli Lichtenwald at center with Bobby McIntyre on the left wing and Tyson Fawcett on the right side. Man goes down for Jacksonville. This is a penalty against South Carolina. There's your touch-up from the Stingrays, and it will be a power play here for Jacksonville. Andrea Barone making the call. Is this going to be on Critchlow? They're going to call this on Jacksonville. Cross-checking is the call against Cam Critchlow, so bring it the other way. Garrett Hunt was spilled on the play, but apparently that had nothing to do with the penalty. It was Critchlow who cross-checked a man, and he's the one going into the penalty box. So South Carolina will be the first team on the power play tonight. They're 16th overall in the league, 17.1%. Jacksonville's penalty kill, 18th in the league at 82%. The Icemen have scored 6 shorthanded goals this year. Stingrays have the puck, but it's deep into their own zone to grab it. Stephen Whitney standing behind his cage. He'll leave the puck there for Tommy Hughes. Hughes through the neutral zone. Plays it ahead for Whitney. Cross ice. It's going to be offside against the Stingrays. Camerata well in ahead. And the draw will come into the neutral zone. Quick lift shift change here for the Icemen as Eli Lichtenwald comes out to penalty kill with Garrett Hunt. Lichtenwald at 6'6", 235 pounds. Chris Dines and Dejan Mingo, the defenders for Jacksonville. South Carolina comes onto the ice with Dylan Marginari, Taylor Camerata, and on the left wing is Marcus Perrier. At the blue line, Tommy Hughes along with a fourth forward, Stephen Whitney, and Whitney has the puck inside his own line. Dropping it for Hughes. Hughes gets to center ice on his backhand. He'll shovel it in behind Finney's net. Finney stays in the crease. Whitney is there on the puck first. Plays it to the near side half wall for Camerata. Camerata with a give and go with Hughes. Camerata gets it right back. Playing it underneath for Perrier. Centering pass is deflected up high. Garrett Hunt tries to fight with Camerata. Third man in is Jacksonville's Chris Dines, and he will wrist it the length of the ice. So the Stingrays back with the puck behind their own net. Another line change here for the Icemen. Exactly 1 minute left on this power play for South Carolina. It is Walsh to the left wing side. Redirected in by Gustafson. Behind Finney's net, Jacksonville on the puck. They get it over the blue line just past Walsh and out to center. Joe Devon plays it cross ice. Back for Travis Walsh. Walsh for Devon again over the blue line on the left wing. Plays it into the corner, but Jacksonville is there first, and an easy backhand clear for Bobby McIntyre. Good looking penalty kill thus far for Jacksonville, now with 30 seconds to go on it. It's Travis Walsh to the right side for Paul Geiger. Geiger forehands in. Finney lets it go. Around the wall we go. All the way to Devon at the half wall, far post. Tries to play it to the point, but it was stolen. Very well read there by Tanner Eberle. He knew the puck was going back to the point. Made the steal and clear. Just 8 seconds to go on this power play for the Stingrays. Lead pass ahead for Saul Haney. That's Matt Saul Haney. First time that Jacksonville has seen him this season. Teams are back at full strength as South Carolina plays it along the wall. Goes behind the Jacksonville net. Savage takes the body, then takes the puck. Gets it to the left side for Critchlow. Feeding it to Garrett Hunt through center ice. Hunt over the blue line. Can't get any further than that. South Carolina takes over at center ice. Clearing it in, cross ice. The Icemen first on it. We've played 5 minutes in this game. We stay 0-0. Jacksonville just had to kill a penalty, and we are at full strength right now. The Icemen with possession. Skating through the neutral zone is Jimmy Lodge. Lodge all by himself for now. Shifts away from one man and backhands behind the South Carolina net. Garrett Hunt with a great hit on Joey Leach. South Carolina now gives it up to Lodge. Back to the blue line, but there was nobody there. The Icemen will have to track it down in their own territory. Chris Dines plays it around the end boards for Everett Clark. Clark starting a three-man rush. 3 back for the Stingrays, just a forehand clear in. Tommy Hughes behind his net. Around the wall where Chris Dines pinches in and holds it in the zone. Into the corner to the right side of Jakaitis. 2-on-2 battle along the wall. Fawcett kicks it free. South Carolina gets it from there. It is Geiger for Whitney. Back for Geiger. 2-on-2 for the moment. Could be offside. Geiger had to hold up before a long wrister in on net from long range. Colton Finney gloves it down for Dejan Mingo. We played just over 6 minutes now in the first period. We stay 0-0. Bouncing puck. South Carolina gets it to the Jacksonville line. Mingo's pass picked off by Devon. Possible 2-on-1. Devon for Camerata. Forehand. It goes wide of the net to the glove side. Jacksonville gets it right back out, and now they're in transition 2-on-2. McIntyre with a wrister over the crossbar. Karam's back just to the left of Jakaitis. McIntyre gets it back. On the backhand to the blue line, it's Chris Joseph. Joseph for McIntyre. Turns to his forehand side. Back to the backhand and playing it into the corner. Travis Walsh for Danny Federico. Federico turns away from Collier. Gets it loose for Marginari. Marginari driven into the ice by Chris Joseph. What a hit, and we've got an offside call, and we'll see if anything else develops from this. Sticks are up high after a tremendous open ice hit by Chris Joseph on Dylan Marginari. Some unpleasantries just inside the Jacksonville blue line. No gloves dropped here. I don't know if we'll have any penalties or not out of this. We certainly have an offside against South Carolina, and we will take a TV timeout to go with it. Still 0-0 in the early going. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider, BFL Canada, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL. Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider. Sports Tape, official sports tape provider. Warrior, official performance sportswear provider. SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL. And the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv. And be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
We're back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you here on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. I don't think we had any penalties from that little mini melee. It's going to stay 5-on-5 on the ice. Boys will be boys, and we'll just play on. So the draw outside the Jacksonville blue line as we get ready to resume play. Cam Critchlow on the face-off, but it's South Carolina taking over. Tommy Hughes wrists it in. Finney got a piece of it. To the right side, it's Kyle Shapiro trying to clear out. Held in by Roberto. Looking for Perrier, and then around the end boards we go. The Icemen first on it there. Kyle Shapiro is double-teamed. Does poke it loose for Lodge. Lodge ahead for Critchlow. And to the left wing, it's Chris Joseph leading the rush. Joseph, the defenseman, will forehand in and chase after it. Jakaitis plays it around the wall. South Carolina gets it to the neutral zone, but no further than that. Lodge curls at his own blue line and starts the play forward. On the right wing side, lead pass ahead, broken up by the Stingrays. Here comes South Carolina with a three-man rush. Stephen Whitney over the blue line, fakes the shot, ridden off the play. The Jacksonville Icemen get it back. Penalty coming on South Carolina. Delayed call as Lodge takes it over the blue line. Drop pass for Daly, broken up by Whitney, and there's your penalty call. It will be a power play for the Icemen on a tripping penalty to Stephen Whitney. No protest from Whitney. He'll head straight to the penalty box. And it is a power play for the Icemen. And here is where, on paper, it does not look good for Jacksonville. The Icemen struggling on the power play recently and all season long. Staying at 27th and last in the league at only 10.1%. South Carolina's penalty kill, best in the league by a lot. 90.9%. That is an unbelievable penalty kill at this stage of the season. However, when Jacksonville defeated South Carolina last week, a 1-0 victory, the only goal was a power play goal. That was the difference. So Jacksonville has scored against South Carolina on the power play their last game. They will look to do so here on this one. They do have the puck as we just start the power play. However, it is deep in their own territory. The Icemen send out Elgin Pierce with Tyson Fawcett and Tanner Eberle. Pierce takes it over the blue line, cross ice. It goes off a skating behind the net of South Carolina. Fawcett on it there, backhanding it to the blue line for Mingo. Mingo at the right point, gives it up to Federico. Federico in turn gives it up to Eberle. Kicking it loose for Elgin Pierce, then to the right point, it's Mingo. Walks towards the center point, feeds it to Pierce. He'll take the shot, save is made, rebound for Dines, put it wide on the one-timer. He had Jakaitis out of position, but he couldn't put it on frame. Dines gets it back at the left point. Into the slot, it's Fawcett. Fawcett to the half wall near side for Eberle and back to Fawcett at the dot. Tyson Fawcett to the left point for Dines. Right side, it's Mingo. Wrist shot and a screen deflected wide on the play. Dines picks it up for Jacksonville. Fawcett to the right side for Mingo. Closes, fires, blocker save. Rebound back to Mingo. For Dines and another wrist shot blocked in front. Backhander on net, saved by Jakaitis. Rebound for South Carolina. They do not clear. Mingo with a play at the blue line to hold it in. Great power play here from Jacksonville. Still with possession. Eberle cross ice. Pierce couldn't get the cross ice pass. It was a beauty. Another centering pass, and Fawcett with a drive. Blocked in front and covered by Jakaitis. As effective a power play as we've seen, but no goal scored. Excellent pressure, however, from Jacksonville. Just 32 seconds remain on this power play. That was a superb man advantage for Jacksonville. Had well over a minute of possession time in there, but everything was around the perimeter and they couldn't put enough shots on goal. Brendan Collier comes on for this faceoff. He's flanked by Bobby McIntyre and Jimmy Lodge. Savage with the puck at the left point as Collier won the draw to him. Around the wall we go to the right point. Bouncing puck held in by Daly, looking for Lodge. Top of the circle. Into the corner for McIntyre. McIntyre to the right point for Daly. Left side it's Savage now. Back for Daly. Center point fakes the shot. Goes to McIntyre for Daly again. One-timer blocked in front. The Icemen get it right back. 7 seconds on the power play. Daly for McIntyre at the right circle. Cross ice, it's Savage. Savage looks to center. Goes to the blue line for Daly. Cross ice. Shot towards goal. Goes wide of the net. Teams are back at full strength. Jacksonville still with heavy pressure, though. Daly with a wrister. Blocked in front. Rebound is loose. They say no goal. They say no goal. The puck went in, but they say no goal. It was kicked in. Andrea Baroni immediately ruled no goal because of a kick. He was adamant with his call as Jakaitis made the initial save and then ruled that Jacksonville kicked the puck into the net. See if we can catch it on the replay on ECHL.tv. Really hard to tell. I'd love to see a second angle, but I don't know if we're going to get that opportunity. I'm sure Jason Christie would love to have a chat with, well, there it is again. Not much protest from the Icemen, honestly. I couldn't see a kick, but it didn't mean that it didn't happen. Just too tough to tell on the replay. So it stays 0-0 now, just over the midway point of the first period. But it's been all Jacksonville out shooting South Carolina so far, 5-1, and a heavy hit by Garrett Hunt behind the Stingray net. But South Carolina takes it into the Jacksonville zone. Wrist shot on net, save is made by Finney on the 45-foot wrister from Perrier. And he'll take a face-off to his right side. And we will have a TV timeout here. So with 9:43 to go in period number 1, it stays Jacksonville 0, South Carolina 0. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges? Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
Arlie Johnson with you. 9:43 to go in the first period. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. It is 0-0, but the Icemen have had the heavy edge in play thus far. Face off in the Icemen defensive zone. They do get it immediately to center ice. Stingrays with it from there. Geiger plays it off the glass. It just barely stays in play on the clear in. Jacksonville first on the puck. Another high toss back out to the Stingray blue line. Wing to wing is their pass, looking to set up Saul Haney, looking to go wide on Shapiro. Shapiro shoulders him into the glass. Stingray still with the puck. Patrick Gall looks to step away from Lichtenwald and does. Forehand on net. Save is made by Finney. Had it trapped between his right arm and his rib cage. He was able to freeze it and get the draw. So the faceoff will come to Colton Finney's left side. Each team has had one power play. Neither team converted. Jacksonville's power play looked excellent. They just could not put the puck by Jeff Jakaitis, and that has been a theme for really this entire homestand. Jacksonville, despite being 3-3 on the homestand, has only scored more than 2 goals in a game one time this entire homestand. So goal scoring has been at a premium for Jacksonville. The last 2 nights, they led 1-0 after the first period, after the first 4 minutes, both occasions, but they never scored again the remainder of the game on either occasion. The Icemen with the puck here. It's Chris Dine skating to the blue line of the Stingrays. He'll clear in. Danny Federico first on the puck behind his net. Backhanding it wing to wing for Marganari. Marganari slowly forehands in to the right of Colton Finney. Chris Dines pokes it away from him, only to see Camerata pick it up. Around the end boards, foot race for the puck. Tommy Hughes loses that foot race to Bobby McIntyre, but the puck is still in the zone. Marganari towards the blue line, but it's picked off there by Jacksonville. Tyson Fawcett will redirect into the South Carolina zone. Line change on the fly here for the Icemen with 8:24 to go in the first period. We stay 0-0 in the early going. Joey Leach to the left wing side. It's kicked out to center ice. Jacksonville with it there, and it's Tim Daly rimming it around the wall. Jakitis leaving it for Paul Geiger. Geiger backhands for Stephen Whitney. Lead pass picked off by Jacksonville, allowing Scott Savage to play it up the right side. Eberle lets it go for Pierce. 2-on-1 with Collier. Pass intended for Collier, blocked by the leg of Paul Geiger. Tough pass to make, but if it had gotten through, it would have been Collier all alone on Jakitis. Jacksonville getting it back at center ice. Wing-to-wing pass, nobody home. Gustafson takes the loose puck for South Carolina. Geiger chipping it up the boards. Moving it for Scott Savage. We've got a whistle. High stick infraction here against Jacksonville. They touched the puck with a high stick. Not a penalty, just a simple stoppage in play. 7:40 remaining in the first. Line change for both teams here. They're going to bring this face-off all the way into the Jacksonville zone, even though the high stick infraction happened at the Stingray blue line. Cam Critchlow against Patrick Gall on this face-off. Jimmy Lodge and Garrett Hunt also on the ice as forwards for Jacksonville. Icemen win the face-off. Joseph plays it around the boards for Lodge. 3-on-3 for the moment. Lodge backhands in. Critchlow gives chase. Walsh and Critchlow go hard into the boards. It comes to Lodge. Backhander towards goal was blocked in front. Lodge gets it right back, trying to spin away from Federico. Around the wall for Critchlow. Critchlow loses it. Comes into the near side wall. Held in by Chris Joseph. Lodge looks to play it to an open wing. Critchlow and Walsh again will do battle, and Critchlow wins that battle for Hunt in the slot. Hunt tries to slowly move it towards Critchlow, but it went to Jeff Jakitis instead. He will freeze it and take the draw. Shots on net, 6-3 for Jacksonville so far. But the Icemen, for the third night in a row, heavily outplaying their opponent. The last two nights, they could not complete the performance for 60 minutes. It's Eli Lichtenwald coming out onto the ice this time with Bobby McIntyre and Tyson Fawcett. Dylan Marganari waiting for the draw for South Carolina. Lichtenwald wins it for Fawcett. Towards the blue line, McIntyre for Lichtenwald behind the net. Lichtenwald gives it up to Joey Leach. Leach on his backhand, ahead for Joe Devon. He'll deflect it out to center ice, and that is it. The Icemen getting it right back. Dejan Mingo gains center ice before forehanding in. Lichtenwald and Leach will give chase. Leach curls away from Lichtenwald, feeds it for Marganari, and then for Devon. Joe Devon over the blue line, offside is the call. Coming in ahead on the left wing was Taylor Camarada. So back to the neutral zone we go. South Carolina is without a couple of key players that they both lost in yesterday's game due to injury. In their victory last night, Kelly Zajac was injured. 35 points in 42 games for Zajac. And also at the blue line, perhaps their best offensive defenseman, Frankie Simonelli, was banged up on the play. Simonelli has a defenseman with 27 points in 44 games, but neither of them are in action tonight. So that certainly benefits the Icemen. Puck is down. South Carolina with a centering pass from behind the net. It goes off an arm and rolls slowly and without harm to Colton Finney. He'll take the face-off again. And the draw will come into his zone with 6:25 to go in the first period. Another line change for Jacksonville. Wholesale changes for both clubs. Critchlow, Lodge, and Hunt come on as forwards. Tim Daly and Scott Savage at the blue line. For the Stingrays, it's Hampus Gustafson at center. He'll try and win the draw back to the top of the circle for Stephen Whitney. Also on the ice for them is Tim McGauley. Jacksonville wins the faceoff. Savage, good outlet pass for Lodge. Lodge forehands in. Hunt goes after it against Walsh. Lodge is there as well to help out. Goes into the corner. Walsh takes it away for South Carolina. Backhand feed ahead and out to the red line. Savage takes over there for Jacksonville. Giving it up to Walsh. Ahead for McGauley over the blue line. Wrist shot on net. Save is made by Finney. Garrett Hunt pushes Gustafson away. Pushes him a second time. And Hampus Gustafsson decides, I better not mess with this guy. I think I'll just skate away, and we'll have a face-off back in the Jacksonville zone with 6:01 remaining in the first period. Already getting ahead of myself. Don't forget, fans, even though this 7-game homestand comes to an end tonight, doesn't mean that the Icemen aren't back at home anytime soon. They'll have one quick road game Tuesday night in Greenville, and right back to the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena next weekend for games Saturday and Sunday. We'll try and go through those couple of games with you during the first intermission, as well as a special guest in the first intermission. I'll tell you who that is in a minute. Meanwhile, it's Jacksonville with the puck. Rister from Clark. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Jakaitis with a huge left pad save on Bobby McIntyre. Jakaitis created his own problems by giving up a juicy rebound, but he recovered and made a sparkling second save there. South Carolina back into the Jacksonville zone. It's Whitney dropping it underneath for Magali. Centering pass knocked away by Everett Clark. Good body positioning there from Clark. Jacksonville plays it around the near side boards. Hughes holds it in briefly, but the Icemen get it right back. South Carolina retreats for a line change. Scott Savage stick handles out of his own zone. Gains center ice before forehanding around the wall all the way back to center. So the Icemen right back in control inside their own blue line now. Chris Joseph plays it ahead for Eberle. That's given up there right along the team benches. Jacksonville gets it right back in a steal. Eberle looks to knock it away on his backhand side. He's over the blue line. Kicks it away from Joey Leach. Trying to knock it loose for Elgin Pierce. Pierce on his backhand. Leach takes a shot at Eberle. Eberle gives him a shot right back. The two of them continue to hammer sticks at one another, but we will play on. South Carolina looks to clear. They can't do it yet. Pass to the point is intercepted by the Stingrays. And it's Joey Roberto getting to center ice before getting drilled again by Chris Joseph, who's got a couple of tremendous body checks already in this game. Eberle now takes the body on Patrick Gall as the Icemen get to center ice. Collier will clear in. Pierce gives chase. And the rest of the line completes a change. At the blue line, Jacksonville cannot hold it in. They'll get it back at their own line. Chris Dines, wing to wing for Dejan Mingo. Mingo with speed through the neutral zone. He's over the blue line. Looks to split the defenders. He'll take it all the way behind the net. Puck jumps over his stick. South Carolina looks to clear, but Garrett Hunt holds it in. Around the wall, Mingo at the right wing half wall. Centering pass goes right through the top of the crease. Nobody home to redirect it. Hunt holds it in. South Carolina gets it back. Marganari gets to center ice. Bouncing puck taken over by Mingo. Can he tap it ahead? Yes, he does to Garrett Hunt. Critchlow drives to net. Hunt with a backhander on net, saved by Jakaitis. Rebound around the boards for Mingo at the right point. Rister in a screen, that goes wide to the far post. Dines pinches in to hold it in. Critchlow behind the net. Around the boards to the right wing side. Jimmy Lodge towards the blue line. Mingo holds in. Shot is deflected behind the goal. Lodge looks to center. Goes behind the net for Critchlow. Great pressure again here from the Icemen. Critchlow to the blue line for Mingo. Mingo cross ice look. Great feed there to the left circle for McIntyre. McIntyre gives it up to Hughes. Hughes will backhand out to center ice. We are down to 3:08 to go in period number one. We stay 0-0. Shots on goal, Jacksonville 8, South Carolina just 4. Stingrays through center ice. It's Magali over the blue line. Looks to split the defenders. Centering pass deflected away. Penalty coming. It is on Jacksonville. Pretty late whistle. I thought that the Icemen already had touched the puck, but Barone let him play an extra couple of seconds there. But it will be a power play for the Stingrays, their second opportunity of the night. We will take a break and return in just a moment. 2:52 on the clock in the first period. It's Jacksonville nothing, South Carolina nothing. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
It is a power play for South Carolina with 2:52 to go in period number 1. Each team has had one power play already, and the Icemen will have to kill off another one here in the closing minutes of this first period. The Icemen send out Cam Critchlow and Garrett Hunt to penalty kill. Stingrays win the draw, but it goes right between the point men and all the way back to their netminder. Jakitis will drop the puck there for Travis Walsh. Walsh to the left side for Gustafson. Gustafson gets to the blue line, then forehands in. Scott Savage pokes it away from Gustafson into the corner, held in by Magali. Great pass for Devin at the left circle for South Carolina. Slap shot blocked in front. Rebound cleared towards the blue line, not out. Held in by Walsh for Paul Geiger at the top of the right circle. Geiger back to the blue line for Walsh. Cross ice, it's Devin with a one-timer. Blocked in front by Finney. Great save. Rebound back to Devin for Walsh at the blue line. Back for Devin again. Good-looking power play this time here from the Stingrays. Devin at the half wall, far side. Saucer pass for Walsh at the blue line. For Devin again, two-man hockey here for South Carolina. Cross ice it goes now for Geiger. Wrist shot is blocked. Geiger gets it back with 1:03 to go on the power play. Magali for the Stingrays at the top of the right circle. To the blue line for Walsh. Walsh with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Goes behind the net. Daly pushes a man away, allowing Scott Savage to take the puck, and he will clear it off the boards and out. South Carolina brings it right back in. What a great play by Jakitis to get the Stingrays right back in the zone. Devin for Hughes. Back for Devin again at the left side half wall. We've got a whistle. Too many men on the ice. They're calling too many men on the ice against South Carolina. With 1:31 on the clock, too many men for the Stingrays. They were too quick with that line change. Jeff Jakitis had the right idea by playing the puck from the goal line all the way to the Icemen blue line. It was a great play by him. The problem was the Stingrays hadn't completed their line change completely yet. So a bench minor for too many men eliminates the remainder of this power play for South Carolina. It's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 39 seconds. And then the Icemen will be on the power play for the remainder of this period. And if necessary, into the early seconds of the second period. Jacksonville wins this faceoff. They've got it in the neutral zone. It's Chris Dines to the right side for Dejan Mingo. Cross ice for Dines. We skate 4-on-4 for now. Dines in his own end for Mingo. Steps away from a forechecker. Plays it ahead for McIntyre. He's got Lichtenwald with him. McIntyre with speed is onside. Wrister on net. Glove save made by Jakitis. No rebound with Lichtenwald waiting right in front of him. 1:10 on the clock in the second period. In the first period. Keep saying second period. 18 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. The Icemen now send out Elgin Pierce with Tanner Eberle. Everett Clark is in the penalty box for the Icemen. Curious to see if he goes straight to the ice for the power play or if he goes straight to the bench in favor of a different power play skater. Stingrays win the draw. That's assuming the Icemen have possession, I should say, but it's South Carolina with it instead. Roberto up the right side for Tommy Hughes into the zone. Curls away from one man, tries to drop it back. South Carolina with a backhander over the crossbar. Jacksonville with the loose puck. They are now on the power play. Out of the penalty box is Clark, but South Carolina gets a steal and clear out. 45 seconds to go in the period. Jacksonville on the power play. Chris Dines carries between the hash marks in his own zone. Feeds to the right for Mingo. He'll forehand around the wall. Jakitis is able to block it behind the net. It actually got caught in his pads. I don't know if I've ever seen that. His back was facing the puck, and I think it just got lodged somewhere in his pad. So it'll create an offensive zone draw here for the Icemen with 31.7 seconds to go in the period. Jacksonville now on their second power play of the evening. They'll send out Brendan Collier, Jimmy Lodge, and Bobby McIntyre up front. Collier takes the draw against Patrick Gall. Scott Savage and Tim Daly are the blue liners. And it is won by the Icemen. Savage left point for Daly at the right side. Puck was on edge. He has to flatten it first. Lodge to the left side for Savage. Off to pick it up off the board. Shot deflected on goal and a save made by Jakitis. Rebound cleared towards the blue line, but not out. Lodge for Daly with 13 seconds left. Lodge with a slap shot that deflects off the glass. McIntyre behind the net. Around the wall for Daly. 6 seconds to go in the period. Savage for Daly. Right side, it's McIntyre. Shot towards goal. Goes into the corner. Savage looks to get a sharp angle shot away. Save is made. It might not have counted anyway. And we will go to the locker room with this game tied 0-0 after one period of play. Excellent period of hockey for the Icemen. They outshot South Carolina 11-6. South Carolina 0 for 2 on the power play. Jacksonville currently 0 for 1, and they are on chance number 2. They still have 29 more seconds on this power play when we come back for the second period of play. When we come back from this break, we'll have a special guest for you. We'll introduce him in just a moment. His name is Pat Yarber, and you will definitely want to hear about him and his experiences in minor league hockey, as well as a couple of other sports. Stick around. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; BFL Canada; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider; Sports Tape, official sports tape provider; Warrior, official performance sportswear provider; SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL; and the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv, and be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges? Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bang.
We are back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. We are scoreless after one between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Updated shots after one. Jacksonville got 12 to South Carolina's 6. Arlie Johnson with you here, and I have a very special guest here between periods. This is Pat Yarber. Pat Yarber has the distinction of being one of the maybe only people who has been to all 130 FBS college football stadiums, but also happens to be a hockey, both NHL and minor league junkie. And let me throw one other thing at you. About 80 to 90% blind. Is that right, Pat?
That's right.
Tell me about how this whole thing got started and how, with what you've been doing and to be able to do all of this, all the while not being able to have much sight. What drives you to be able to do this and go from arena to stadium, and how did it all get started?
Just started going to Vanderbilt football games in the late 70s when I moved to Nashville, and it kind of grew from there. Going on road trips, following them, and then wanting to branch out and go to other college football stadiums, and kind of the same way with hockey. I went to my first hockey game in 1981 in Detroit, and this is 2018, and I'm approaching 1,100 professional hockey games that I've attended in person in about 125 different arenas. I like to go where there's a new arena, a new team, and that's why I'm in Jacksonville to see the Icemen. I'd seen them play 4 or 5 years up in Evansville before they moved here.
Yeah.
And I love their logo. I like this arena. I like this area. So I'm here having a great time. The people here at the arena have been outstanding to me, helping me get around. And a shout out to my buddy Dennis Fox, who works here at the arena. He's my new best friend.
All right, so you've been to over 125 hockey arenas, which is really hard to even fathom. The obvious question here, now that you're here, how do the Icemen measure up?
It's great. This atmosphere, the team is good. They always, looked good in Evansville, and this is a beautiful arena. I mean, the lighting and this is an NHL caliber arena. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised one day if you guys don't have an NHL team here or an AHL, but I love what I see.
All right, well, we also, I know you being able to go to all these games, at some point it went viral. I don't know how or when exactly. Maybe you can fill us in on a little bit, but at some point it got to the point where ESPN noticed who you were, what you do, got all the way to Tom Rinaldi. I know there's a ton of sports fans that are very aware of what Tom Rinaldi does with these great feature pieces. How in the world did Tom Rinaldi end up hooking up with you and following you around?
Well, allegedly, from what I've been able to find out, when I went to the University of Buffalo to a football game, they did a story on me in the newspaper, and I was on the front of the Sunday newspaper, which the picture was horrible. It didn't do. I mean, I know I'm not Rock Hudson, but it didn't do me justice. But anyway, supposedly the producer with ESPN saw this article in the newspaper. I got a call one day. I was getting ready to go out, and someone says, I'm so-and-so from ESPN, and we want to do a story on you for College Game Day. And I'm like, okay, which one of my friends is pulling my leg? But it turned out to be it. And so they followed me on my last 3 trips that season. Tom came to my condo in Nashville and was there for about 2 hours. And they took the filming of 3 trips and a 2-hour interview with Tom Rinaldi and cut it down to a 6-minute piece on College Game Day, which aired in November of 2013. I was at Idaho. Game Day was in Tuscaloosa. And that was my first non-Vanderbilt football game, was at the University of Alabama in 1980. So they kind of coordinated all that together, and the rest is history.
Well, speaking of coordinating, if you have been to all 130 FBS stadiums, if you've been to over 1,100 hockey games at over 125 arenas, you have to have a great deal of coordinating as well. How difficult is it for you to coordinate your season? Because you have to have a season to do this.
It's really not. I mean, I know Southwest Airlines number by heart. I'm a very economical traveler, and I could put together really cool sports trips for people, but it's just I've done it so long. It's just second nature, and that's really the easiest part of my journey is planning. Where I want to go, getting a great cheap fare, and that's really the easy part of my mission.
Well, Pat, we certainly it's our honor to have you here. We hope you enjoy this weekend. I know you were here at the game last night. We'd like to send you to your next stop with a victory here for the Icemen, and we hope you enjoyed it. And it's my pleasure to have you on the air with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me, and it's a pleasure. And this is going to be great for the city of Jacksonville. I can feel it's going to be a big success. So good luck to you all.
Thank you very much, Pat. We hope you enjoy listening to the broadcast as well as you are catching this game here in Jacksonville. Pat Yarber has been our guest here in the first intermission. We will take a break and return with some scores from around the ECHL. It is 0-0 in this one after one between the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges? Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; BFL Canada; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider; Sports Tape, official sports tape provider; Warrior, official performance sportswear provider; SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL; and the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv, and be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
We're back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. It is 0-0 after one period of play. Shots on goal, 12-6 for Jacksonville. And the power play is 0 for 2 for South Carolina, 0 for 1 for now for Jacksonville, but they are on their second power play. As we speak, they have 29 more seconds remaining on it is all. Looking at other scores from around the ECHL for tonight. Several other games on tap for this evening around the ECHL. We'll give you those scores in just a moment as we stay scoreless here in Jacksonville. But the Icemen looking to make it a winning road trip, or a winning homestand rather, on their 7-game homestand. Winning the first 3 games of the homestand, losing the next 3. Here are your other scores from around the league right now. All Manchester in their game tonight against the Adirondack Thunder, leading 8-3 late in the third period. The Norfolk Admirals, for the second time in as many nights, are hosting the Reading Royals. They got pasted 7-1 last night, but they are scoreless tonight after 2 periods of play between Norfolk and Reading. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits, who got a win in Florida yesterday in overtime, are trailing the Everblades tonight. 4-1 is your score there late in the second period of play. Elsewhere in the South Division, the Orlando Solar Bears have a 3-0 lead at Atlanta. So Jacksonville cannot find a way to beat Atlanta, but it's Orlando who is beating them soundly right now with 5 minutes to go in the second period. Of course, Jacksonville looking for an Atlanta victory there that would certainly benefit them to have Orlando lose in that game. But Greenville is losing and Norfolk tied for right now, so we'll keep you up to date on those scores during the second intermission as well. We'll take one more quick break and we'll return in just a moment. It is 0-0 after one period of play. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Both teams back out onto the ice as we get ready for period number 2. The Icemen will start on a power play. They have it for just 29 more seconds as we still await our first goal of the game. Edge in play definitely belonged to the Icemen in that first period. Out shooting South Carolina by a count of 12-6 as we look at a few first period highlights. If you're watching on ECHL.TV, it all started with that glove save from Colton Finney just 1 minute into the contest. That was South Carolina's best chance of the night by far. Chris Joseph had a couple of big hits for the Icemen in that period. One of them, that open ice check. And Chris Dines with an opportunity there, but he couldn't get good wood on it towards an open net. Jacksonville did score a goal, but it was waved off. I think it was on this one right here. Well, no, one other, as a shot on goal was saved and the rebound was kicked in. We'll see if we can see it on the replay here. Yeah, no doubt about it. It was Collier who kicked it in. Now that I look it up on the replay, I finally figured it out. Brendan Collier was the one who kicked it in, and hard to argue with that call from Andrea Barone. But the Icemen did look very strong in that period, and perhaps a good opening shift here will give them a power play goal in the opening seconds. They'll need to set up in the zone very quickly here, however. South Carolina in the penalty box. It was a bench minor for the Stingrays. Too many men on the ice, and they had that penalty while they were on the power play themselves. as they tried to catch Jacksonville on a line change, but they ended up doing nothing but harming themselves, as it turned out. Puck is down. Stingrays win the draw. They'll immediately play it to the left of Colton Finney. Jacksonville will get maybe one good rush if they hustle here on the tail end of this power play. Savage plays it all the way to the red line for Brendan Collier. His wing-to-wing pass for Daly. He cannot handle it, and South Carolina clears it. That should pretty much do it on this power play. Still 5 seconds left on it, but the Icemen are in their own zone. Drop pass, just getting it away from Martinelli is McIntyre. He is over the blue line and onside. Jakaitis makes a save as teams return to full strength. McIntyre looks to center, gets it to Lodge instead. Centering pass, Collier was there, but it goes off a leg to Daly. His shot deflects on goal. Save is made. Rebound is not covered, but Andrea Barone thought it was. So he blows the play dead. And we'll have a face-off in the Stingray zone here in the opening seconds. This is the third and final game of Hockey Fights Cancer weekend. It's been a great weekend here. Good crowds all weekend as well. The best of crowd of the weekend is tonight. Going all the way around the ice this time. As the Icemen win a draw, score! Right off the face-off, it's Dejan Mingo in a screen. May have been deflected in front. And the Icemen have given the Jacksonville's Dejan Mingo have given the Icemen a 1-0 lead. Just 47 seconds in. We'll see if it hit somebody for South Carolina, maybe in front. Mingo just let a one-timer go. Jakaitis never saw it. It went over his right shoulder. Regardless of who scores it, it's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Icemen. I believe it's Mingo's goal. The only assist to Everett Clark. And for Dejan Mingo, his third goal of the season. Here's your call from Joe Massa.
Assisted by number 17, Everett Clark. Time of the goal, 47 seconds. Once again, your Iceman goal scored by number 10, Dejan Mingo. Assisted by number 17, Everett Clark. Time of the goal, 47 seconds.
So there it is, Dejan Mingo's third of the season from Everett Clark. If it hit anything in front, it was a South Carolina stick or a leg. Jacksonville now with the puck through the neutral zone. It's McIntyre to the left side for Fawcett. Drop pass for Mingo. Steps into the slot, gives it up to South Carolina. Somehow holds it in. He knocked it out of midair. Goes cross ice for McIntyre. McIntyre to the blue line for Clark. Wrist shot. Save is made. Rebound is cleared by South Carolina. Walsh chips it off the glass and out to the blue line of Jacksonville. Joseph carries right back in for the Icemen. Behind the Stingray net, Walsh steps away from Critchlow. Now has to step away from the referee before playing it wing-to-wing for Magali. He cannot handle that pass, however, and it will be an icing call against South Carolina. So the Icemen do not score on their power play to start this second period, but just a few seconds later, they do connect immediately off a face-off. Everett Clark won the face-off. It went off the near side boards, and Mingo just let one rip. It was not a hard shot, but again, may have been redirected by something or someone in front. Jakaitis definitely did not see it, and he was fooled by it. And the Icemen have the 1-0 lead. South Carolina ices it again, right off the draw. So Jacksonville leads 1-0. Face-off will be to Jeff Jakaitis' left-hand side. Elgin Pierce taking this face-off. He's got Brendan Collier in the slot. Tanner Eberle on the near side glass. Pierce wins it cleanly, but Daly cannot handle it at the right point. He'll chase it down at his own line. Lead pass for Pierce. Backhanding in. Walsh plays it right back to center. Scott Savage will slam it around the wall. Jacksonville has to go back to center ice to tag up on the offside. Stingrays in possession. Jacksonville passive forechecking right now, allowing the Stingrays to get it through the neutral zone. Long lead pass. That goes by everybody. Icing again against South Carolina. This is their third icing call in less than a minute. So back we go into the Stingray zone. Time of possession here in this second period has been entirely in the South Carolina zone. Pierce will look to win the draw and keep that going. against Patrick Gall. Stingrays take it. Tommy Hughes circles the back of his net, drops it for Roberto, back for Hughes and cross ice for Walsh. Walsh at the blue line, dives to poke it into the Jacksonville zone. Chris Joseph lets it go for Shapiro. Pierce is helping out for the Icemen. Elgin Pierce with some speed. Stick handles away from a forechecker, plays it off the boards for Collier onside. Collier behind the net for Pierce. Pierce to the right wing corner, over skates, tries to get it right back, but South Carolina gets the steal, and they'll skate with the puck. Hughes is over the blue line, offside against South Carolina, as Kyle Shapiro pushes Tommy Hughes away. This has been a alarmingly physical-free homestand for Jacksonville. There was one fight yesterday in the opening minute with Garrett Hunt up against Rick Pinkston for Atlanta, but I think that's the only fight of the entire homestand so far out of 6 games. And Jacksonville still leads the division, I believe, in total penalty minutes with 862. They do lead the division with those penalty minutes, but not many in this homestand. Long wrist shot from the Icemen all the way from the red line, and Jakaitis just takes the face-off. So a long-range shot for Jacksonville. They have 5 shots on goal this period already. South Carolina, I don't even know if they have a shot attempt this period. So total shots on goal now 17-6 for the Icemen against this very good South Carolina squad. And the Icemen win another offensive zone draw. Dines plays it around the boards and behind the net. Up to the near side wall we go now. Mingo holds it in, looking to go to the blue line. It's Everett Clark. Slap shot deflects wide. Paul Geiger takes it off the kick plates and whips it around the boards for Joe Devon. Devon skates out, possible 3-on-2 for South Carolina. Devon's pass, however, eludes Marganeri, and Jacksonville is able to play it away from him and at least avoid the 3-on-2. South Carolina does keep it in the zone for now. Mingo with a steal. Taps it up into the air for Chris Dines. He's got some time and space to stick handle out to center. Dines ahead for Clark. Backhanding it on net. Jakaitis makes the save on a hop and leaves it for Paul Geiger. Line change for Jacksonville as Dylan Walsh with an outlet pass. Deflects away and it's stolen by the Icemen. Lodge ahead looking for Hunt. Deflected away right to Jakaitis, who will take the face-off. Hunt gives him a little bit of a snow shower for his efforts. Slamming the brakes on right in Jeff Jakaitis' face. And man, goalies hate that. And Andrea Baroni is telling him, look, you better not do that again. I'm going to give you this one, but I am watching you now. And I think Garrett's okay with that. It's okay, I got my one in on Jeff Jakaitis. Won't happen again, probably. Draws to Jakaitis' right. Stingrays take it. It's Tommy Hughes circling the back of his net, passing from left to right. South Carolina gets it to center. Gustafson moves it the rest of the way in on Colton Finney. Finney will try and play it into the corner. Stephen Whitney blocks it there and holds on for South Carolina. Backhand feed for Hughes at the left point. He'll rim it around the wall. McGauley lets it go for Gustafson. Scott Savage takes the body on him. South Carolina gets it back, however. It's Geiger for Hughes and a one-timer blocked into the corner by Critchlow. Whitney holds in for the Stingrays. For McGauley to the left side of Colton Finney. McGauley into the slot for Federico. His shot is blocked. Rebound is skated away by Lodge. He's got great speed. He's over the blue line on the right side. Lodge looks to center. Goes behind the net instead. Centering press. Save is made. Rebound and another save. Garrett Hunt had 2 great chances. What a setup from Jimmy Lodge. Tried to go through the 5-hole of Jeff Jakaitis. Garrett Hunt was in tight. He didn't really have any choice but to try and just slam it through Jakaitis' legs. Jeff Jakaitis was there for a couple of crucial saves for the Stingrays. Delayed offside here for South Carolina. That allows Jacksonville to take the puck. It's Joseph for Lodge. Ahead for Eberle, who will tap it into the Stingray zone. Geiger gets it there for South Carolina. Wing to wing. Pierce with a steal. He's over the blue line. Stolen right back by the Stingrays. But their pass does not connect, and that allows Jacksonville to take over. Chris Joseph nearly had it stolen right in front of his goaltender. He's fortunate to get it back. Elgin Pierce over the blue line. Got a hit up high. It's a penalty on South Carolina. Easy call to make against Joey Leach. And we'll see if anybody wants a piece of Leach. Sticks are up high once again. Surprisingly, none of those sticks are on Leach. They actually want Marcus Perrier. As Elgin Pierce took a wicked hit up high. Maybe an elbow, maybe interference. We'll see what the official call is going to be. Either way, it is going to be a power play for the Icemen as Leach willingly goes into the penalty box. We're going to call it an elbow to Joey Leach. So power play number 3 for the Icemen. Already leading 1-0. Out shooting South Carolina 19-6. With some momentum, with the crowd involved and active. And it's going to be a power play here for Jacksonville. Brendan Collier will take this draw at center at the right wing faceoff dot. Bobby McIntyre's in the slot. Jimmy Lodge is along the near side glass. Collier will try and win the puck back to Tim Daly at the right point, and he does. Left side at Scott Savage. Wrist shot deflects out of play, just over the glass and out of play. So a power play here for Jacksonville. Just a minor penalty for elbowing, not a major. And this faceoff will come to the opposite wing now, to Jeff Jakaitis' right-hand side. Joe Devon, penalty killing for South Carolina with Marginari. Jacksonville wins the draw. Good pass to Daly. Slap shot, save. No screen in front on the 50-footer from Daly. Got a lot on it, but Jakaitis was able to see it rather cleanly. Just goes down to the butterfly and makes the stop and holds on to it. Another face-off here. Still just seconds into this power play, and Jacksonville wins their 3rd draw in a row. It's Lodge with a wrister. That is blocked. He gets it right back. Tried to feed it to the right point, but Daly was at the center point instead. He'll have to chase it down inside his own blue. Scott Savage, lead pass for Collier. He's over the blue line onside. Gives it up, but Lodge is there to help him out. To the left point for Savage. Right side, it's Daly. To the half wall for McIntyre on the right wing. Flip pass for Daly. To the left circle, it's Savage. Cross ice, it's McIntyre with a wrister well over the crossbar, and it caroms off the glass and all the way back to the Jacksonville zone. 1:12 remaining on this man advantage for Jacksonville. Line changes here for the Icemen as Daly leaves the puck for Chris Dines. Daly now heads to the bench for Dejan Mingo. Mingo has the only goal of this game for Jacksonville for the 1-0 advantage. His 3rd of the season in the opening minute of this second period. The Icemen get it into the South Carolina zone. Eberle is going to be called for a penalty here. Took Travis Walsh down. What's the call going to be on Eberle? Tripping against Tanner Eberle. Eberle doesn't like that call at all, but there goes Jacksonville's power play. And it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds. Stingrays will be on the man advantage after that. 13:02 remaining in the second period. Faceoff will be back into the Icemen zone. Everett Clark against Hampus Gustafson. Clark is good in these 4-on-4 situations. Eli Lichtenwald also on the ice. And it's Clark winning the draw cleanly for Chris Dines behind the net. He's double teamed. South Carolina looks for the steal. They get a shot on goal. Finney with the save, and he will hold on. Face-off will be to Colton Finney's left-hand side. If you're looking on ECHL.TV, you're getting a really good look at Jacksonville's Hockey Fights Cancer Weekend jerseys with Colton Finney there front and center. With this whistle, I believe we're going to have a TV timeout, so we will take this media timeout with them. 12:55 to go in the second period. It is Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 0. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, Follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
It's 1-0 Jacksonville. 12:55 to go in the second period. We are skating at even strength, but not full strength. 4 skaters aside right now. Stingrays will have a power play in 34 more seconds. Jacksonville, however, gets the puck. Skating through the neutral zone is Dejan Mingo. Mingo gives it up to South Carolina, but the Icemen are there to pick it up at the red line. Chris Dines stick handles into his own end. Plays it cross ice looking for Everett Clark. It's going to be icing here against Jacksonville. Actually, no, they wave it off at the last second. One linesman had it, the other did not. Jacksonville looks for a steal. It will redirect to Jeff Jakaitis. He'll take the face-off. And again, some pushing and shoving after the whistle. It was Roberto pushing Eli Lichtenwald away from Jeff Jakaitis. I didn't think Lichtenwald did much anything, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Still 4-on-4 for just 9 more seconds. Stingrays will have the power play. Following that, they'll have it for a little over a minute 14 to be exact. But Jacksonville with an offensive zone face-off here, at least for even strength, so an opportunity for a little bit of offense here, but they better hustle and retreat on defense if they need to. And they have to be wary of the South Carolina Stingray players coming out of the penalty box as well. South Carolina does win the draw. They skate through center ice. Over the blue line, they are onside. South Carolina is now on the power play. And they have already set the puck up in the offensive zone. Puck goes off the referee, however, and that really helps out Jacksonville. It allows Cam Critchlow to forehand it out to center ice. Stingrays getting it back there. Tommy Hughes in control for the Stingrays. Playing it wing to wing for Travis Walsh. Walsh slams it around the wall. Finney doesn't even bother leaving his crease. Puck goes into the left wing corner. 2-on-2 battle there. Marganeri against Daly gets it free. Looking for Joe Devon. Devon gives it up to Garrett Hunt. Hunt lets it go for Jacksonville. It's Critchlow 2-on-2 shorthanded. Critchlow over the blue line. He'll just turn and just try and kill some time. Nothing wrong with that as it goes behind the South Carolina net. 29 seconds to go on this power play for the Stingrays. Jacksonville gets a line change here as they still are shorthanded. Walsh over the blue line, poked away by Lichtenwald. Loose puck for Jacksonville, and Chris Joseph will toss it high into the air and out. 15 seconds to go on this power play. Tyson Fawcett in deep to forecheck on Tommy Hughes. But the Stingrays have it again. Stephen Whitney for Gustafson over the blue line for Camerata. Back into the right wing corner for Gustafson. Teams are now at full strength. Jacksonville is out of the penalty box, and they get the steal. It's Fawcett, lead pass ahead, breakaway for Jacksonville. Everly, forehand, put it wide of the net. He went backhand to forehand, but couldn't put it on frame. Couldn't have timed it any better. Everly came out of the penalty box just as Jacksonville stole the puck, and Everly with a clean breakaway from the blue line, but he couldn't put it on goal. Big hit from Jacksonville as South Carolina has the puck in the offensive zone. Forehand is blocked. Centering pass goes off a leg and just wide of the net. It went off the leg of McGauley and just went wide of Colton Finney. Shot towards goal deflected on net, and Finney makes the save. Rebound for the Icemen. Everly gets it to center ice. Still 1-0 Jacksonville. Both teams with an opportunity here as we have an offside call against South Carolina. Each team had a good chance. Jacksonville's chance was glorious, though. Tanner Everly just out of the penalty box. Got a lead pass at the blue line, and it was nothing but him and white ice between him and Jeff Jakaitis. Deked backhand to forehand, tried to go top shelf, just put it wide. Faceoff is in the Stingray zone. We are back to skating 5 aside. South Carolina wins the draw. Perrier tosses it high into the air, back out to center ice. Mingo gives it up to Patrick Gall. Gall is over the blue line with Collier defending. Shot on goal, whistles wide to the far post. Federico holds it in. He'll go around the end boards, and Jacksonville picks it up. Collier looks to move it ahead for Pierce. Pierce will force Jakaitis to play it off the end boards. Jakaitis for Perrier, another high throw out to center ice. Mingo for the Icemen. Gains the red line before forehanding in. It goes off the glass and stays in play. Travis Walsh chips it off the glass Jacksonville got a touch of the puck, but it was with a high stick. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone, and we're going to have another media timeout. Jacksonville leads this game by a score of 1-0 on the heels of Dejan Mingo's third goal of the season. We will take a break and return in just a moment. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
This is the Jacksonville Icemen on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Arlie Johnson with you as the Icemen have a 1-0 lead over South Carolina with 9:34 to go in the second period. Last week, these two teams played with the Icemen winning the game 1-0. Could it happen again? Yeah, I suppose it's possible. They're trying to start the wave here at the arena. Picked up a little speed, but it hasn't made it all the way around the ice just yet. Jacksonville, meanwhile, back to play. They've got the puck at their own blue line. A high flip into the zone, bouncing puck. It goes to Jacksonville. Backhander on net by Clark. Save is made by Jackaitis. And then Clark shoves away at Joey Leach after the whistle. Leach was the one who gave that up to Clark, allowing that opportunity. Leach, a big fella at 6'4", 205. Clark giving up several inches to him at only 5'9". But if you know him or his brother Emerson, still playing in the American Hockey League, you'll know that neither of those two will put up with anything. Jacksonville now out shooting South Carolina 21-8. In their 1-0 win last week against the Stingrays, the Icemen had 10 total shots on goal the entire game. Wrist shot here from the Icemen is blocked in front. It never reached the net. South Carolina comes back the other direction with a three-man attack. They take it over the blue line. A pair of number 10s do battle into the wall. That's Mingo against Whitney. The Icemen get the loose change, and it's Jimmy Lodge to center ice. Over the blue line, Chris Dines forehands in and goes after it himself. Lodge cannot keep the puck in behind the net. Stingrays get it back. Gustafson ahead for Whitney. 2-on-2 for the moment. Whitney over the blue line on the right side. Finney makes the save. Fought it off with the left shoulder, and it goes over the glass and off the netting. So stoppage in play here with 8:34 to go in the second. Faceoff will be in the Jacksonville zone. Line change for each team here. It's been a great game so far. One of the best things about hockey is it does not matter almost what the score is, whether it's low scoring or high scoring. The excitement of a hockey game is always there. Whether it's a great save, whether it's a great body check, whether it's a fantastic pass, whatever it might happen to be. Whether it's a great speed maneuver, which the Icemen are trying to do right now. Pierce with a backhand ahead. Ends up being a shot on goal as Jackaitis makes a save. And more pushing and shoving right in front of the South Carolina net. I love that Jacksonville's getting a little nastier tonight. And based on how last night's game ended with a 4-1 defeat to the Atlanta Gladiators, I'm extra happy to see this mean-spiritedness of the Icemen tonight. Jason Christie was not a happy customer last night after the game, and I do not blame him. He should be very pleased with his team's performance tonight, however. Collier against Gall on this face-off to the right side of Jackaitis. Jacksonville's been good with the face-offs tonight. They're good here. Pierce behind the net, cuts it right in front. Trying to get the shot away as Collier. He has to play it to the right point instead for Shapiro. Shapiro around the wall, Federico behind the net tries to backhand it up the boards. South Carolina can't clear it out just yet. It goes to the blue line. Penalty coming. Who's it on? I think it's on South Carolina. Slashing is the call. There is a loose stick on the ice. Who's it going to go against? Slashing is the call. It's going to be on the Stingrays with 8:05 to go in the second period. Danny Federico slashed a guy so hard that he broke his stick. Oftentimes, especially in today's hockey, you're not even allowed to slash a stick. So usually the stick on the ice is a stick that has been slashed at, not the stick that has been slashed with. But in this case, it was slashed with by Danny Federico, and it's going to create another power play here for Jacksonville. Number 4 for the Icemen. Neither team has scored on the power play tonight. Both teams are 0 for 3 at the moment. Draws to Jakaitis' right side. Jacksonville controls slowly to the blue line, held in by the Icemen there. Tim Daly flips it into an open wing. Stingrays in control there. Leach clears it out, but it goes into the bench. So a face-off here back into the Stingray zone. Just 11 seconds elapsed there. So plenty of time left on the power play. Forward line here for the Icemen. Brendan Collier with Jimmy Lodge and Bobby McIntyre. Tim Daly and Scott Savage at the blue line. South Carolina wins this faceoff. Geiger will golf it out with the backhand. Lodge picks it up inside his own zone. Good lead pass for McIntyre. McIntyre backhands in. Collier gives chase. Stingrays will turn and fire it right back out. Finney will stay in his crease, and Savage will pick it up for the Icemen. Long lead pass. McIntyre, did he redirect it in? No, he didn't. So icing here against Jacksonville. Thought it might have been redirected by Jacksonville, but they say no. Referee Andrea Barone now talking with one of the linesmen, wondering if they should correct this call, but they will not. It'll stay deep in the Jacksonville zone. They are on the power play for another minute 24. 7:28 remaining in the second period. Jacksonville leads 1-0. And the Stingrays win this draw. They are in no hurry at all. They'll skate out to their own blue line and kill some time. Walsh flips it in wide of the net. Icemen with it from there. Playing it off the end boards for Daly. Then for Lodge. Back behind the net for Scott Savage. McGauley is penalty killing here for South Carolina. Savage plays to the left wing side for McIntyre. McIntyre gains center ice before flipping in. Jakaitis blocks it for Walsh, who turns and fires towards the blue line. Held in by Lodge. Nice play from his glove to his stick. Lodge spins on a man. Got tripped up. No call. Lodge turns away to Barone, wondering where's your arm this time, as South Carolina clears it out. Jacksonville getting it back. Daly behind his own net. 39 seconds to go on the power play. Daly at the red line. Drives it around the wall. Jakaitis got a piece of it behind the net. Stingrays look to clear. Roberto and Pierce fight for it. Goes off a skate. Still a battle for it behind the net. Stingrays have it. Leach clears it. Finney again will play the puck there. This time for Chris Dines. 17 seconds to go on the power play for the Icemen. Chris Dines for Tyson Fawcett. Over the blue line, it's Elgin Pierce. Flipping it back for Fawcett. Picked off by South Carolina. They'll skate short-handed. Gustafson just backhands back behind the Jacksonville net. Power play time is up. Out of the penalty box comes Federico, and we are at 5 on 5 again. Jacksonville 0 for 4 on the power play. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Stingrays have it. Geiger's lead pass goes back behind the Jacksonville net for an icing call here against South Carolina. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 5:50 to go in the second period. It remains Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 0. Dejan Mingo has the only goal of the game. Colton Finney has made a couple of great saves, but he has not been counted on a bunch tonight. Only 9 shots against. First one he faced all night was his best one, a clean breakaway for South Carolina in the opening minute of the game. Finney made the save there. And he has kept South Carolina off the board since then. Penalty coming right off the drop of the puck, and it's going to be against Jacksonville. It's a delayed call. South Carolina gets it behind the Jacksonville net. There's your touch, and it's a power play here for South Carolina this time. So Andrea Barone continuing to be whistle happy tonight, as it will be the Stingrays on a power play here when we come back from this break. 5:35 to go in the second period. The Icemen still clinging to a 1-0 lead. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges?
Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
Important.
It is going to be a power play upcoming here for South Carolina. Hockey Fights Cancer Weekend, and they're showing a young lady, I believe her name was Hannah, diagnosed with stage 3 cancer at the age of 4 and now in remission. Tremendous story there. All kinds of stories all over the ice this entire weekend. Heroes all over the place for Hockey Fights Cancer Weekend. It's been a wonderful weekend off the ice. Hopefully it will end well on the ice tonight. But it's South Carolina on the power play here. Jacksonville wins the draw. They've been great on draws tonight. They can't clear out just yet, however. Held in by Marganari. Savage takes him into the glass. Tim Daly tries to knock the puck loose as well, killing more time if nothing else. Daly trying to knock it free for Savage. Stingrays finally get control. They'll move it wing to wing for Stephen Whitney. Cross ice at the blue line for Hughes. At the top of the circle, it's Camarada. Camarada with a flip pass for Hughes. Left circle, it's Whitney. He's got plenty of space. He'll walk in, get a forehander away. Save is made by Colton Finney with no rebound. South Carolina jabs at Finney well after the whistle. And it continues to be very chippy here. Seems like almost after every whistle that involves a goaltender freezing the puck that something is happening in the crease. See if we have any penalties coming from this one, as Stephen Whitney was allowed to walk right into the inside of the left faceoff circle. Got a good forehand shot away, but Colton Finney with perhaps his best save since that opening minute breakaway. There are no penalties here, so it stays a power play for South Carolina. 5 minutes exactly to go in the second period. 1:26 to go on the power play. Critchlow loses the draw this time. South Carolina will set up shop. Far side half wall, it's Camarada. Shifty player. He was the All-Star Game's most valuable player this year in the ECHL. Jacksonville looks for a steal, trying to skate out with Eberle. He does get it out into the Stingray zone, and the Icemen continue to try and move with it short-handed. Bouncing puck, still a bouncing puck. Critchlow tried to get a shot away right in front of Jakaitis. It was bouncing the whole while. He never could get the handle to it. And finally, it's the Stingrays getting through center ice. Lead pass for Marganari. On his forehand, ridden off the puck by Mingo. Well done, but the Stingrays hold it in. Marganari shoots and scores. And South Carolina with a power play goal has tied things up at 1 with a shot from the bottom of the left faceoff circle. Got it underneath Colton Finney's pad, and a power play goal for South Carolina makes it a 1-1 hockey game. Looks like that shot went off the leg of Dejan Mingo in the process, and that essentially gives Colton Finney very little chance there. The goal for Marganari is his 11th of the season. Time of the goal is going to be at 15:39. It is a power play goal for the Stingrays. We'll wait for assists as Jacksonville has to go back to the drawing board. 1-1 now your score. And actually changing the goal scorer now to Marcus Perrier instead. Jacksonville gets the puck into the offensive zone. Brendan Collier knocks it into the corner, right side of Jeff Jakaitis. Around the boards all the way to the right point at Shapiro. Could not keep it in the zone. South Carolina pokes it away. In control there for the Icemen is Chris Joseph, but he's got Roberto right on his tail. Backhands it ahead for McIntyre. Then it's Collier. Offside is going to be called against South Carolina. Jacksonville is 2-1 in shots on goal against the Stingrays, 22-11. But this game is now tied at 1. Officially give that goal to Marcus Perrier, his 5th of the year. Marginari gets an assist on the play. Must have been deflected in front by Perrier. Adding an assist there is going to be Stephen Whitney. And the Stingrays have the puck at their own blue line. Leach takes a hit from Fawcett. Puck comes loose right at the Stingray bench. It stays on the ice barely. And South Carolina now has possession. Joey Leach stick handles back into his own zone. Goes wing to wing for Federico. Off the boards. It goes off an Iceman skate and in behind their own net. Everett Clark plays it to the right wing side for Tim Daly. Daly with a long lead pass, deflected into the zone by Eberle. He'll be first on the puck. Eberle to the right of Jakaitis, leaves it for Fawcett. Around the boards we go. Joe Devon knocks it free for Leach. Leach plays it ahead. Marginari deflects in. Colton Finney will get a piece of it there. Leaving it for Everett Clark and into the corner for Savage. Savage with a second chance to try and clear. Feeds it for Eberle and out to center ice. 2:50 to go in the second period. It's Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 1. Clark takes a man down, no call here. And we will play on as the Stingrays possess. They're over the blue line with Patrick Gall. Stops at the corner, tries to center, but he whiffed on his pass. Gall gets it right back, however. Skating behind the Jacksonville net for Perrier. Off the boards to the blue line for Walsh. Into the circle. Shot goes right off the post from Saul Haney. You could hear the pipe from all the way up here. And the Icemen fortunate to keep it at 1-1. Jacksonville does get it behind the South Carolina net. Stingrays in control there. Wing-to-wing pass for Perrier. Perrier gives it up to Shapiro. Off the boards for Garrett Hunt. Hunt is into the zone. Shot deflects wide of the net. Critchlow takes it away for Lodge and then to the blue line. Joseph plays it off the boards and around the wall we go. Kyle Shapiro pinches in. Holding it in for Critchlow. Back behind the South Carolina net. Perrier off the boards. Joseph holds in. Nice play at the point. Behind the net, coming onto the ice is Collier. Looking for Hunt behind the net. Hughes takes it away. Tries to clear, but it goes over the glass and out. Will they say there was a deflection? Garrett Hunt is furious, saying that this should be delay of game. But Barone is saying that it was deflected by Hunt. Jacksonville wants a delay of game penalty against Tommy Hughes. They are not going to get it. Garrett Hunt continues to talk with Andrea Barone about this call. He is not going to win the argument. 1:43 to go in the second period, saying that Hunt deflected out of play, so the faceoff comes outside the blue line to put a little salt in the wound. Collier against McGauley on this faceoff. Collier has it. It's Mingo over the blue line. Holding it in, looking for Pierce, centering pass. Forehand goes wide of the net. Goes for McIntyre, back for Pierce. Another forehand, that goes wide. Coming for Pierce again, forehand. What a stop by Jeff Jakaitis. Oh, man. Reaching out with the glove. He was sprawled out on his stomach. Reached out with his glove and kept it out of the goal, right at the goal line. Heavy pressure in the crease. And the Icemen cannot find a way to beat Jeff Jakaitis, who made a sparkling save to finish it off. McIntyre had a great chance on the initial feed from Pierce, but he put it wide. Pierce tried to go sharp angle. It went off Whitney. Collier got a chance at it. Pierce had another chance, and Jakaitis, with his glove right on the goal line, made the stop. Faceoff will come to his left side. Jeff Jakaitis again, top 5 in the league in goals against. South Carolina, tops in the league in goals against as a team. Stingrays clear it out. This will be icing. They'll come right back into the Stingray zone with 1:23 on the clock. Jacksonville now out shooting South Carolina 24-11. And they were this close to regaining the lead just seconds ago. Clark wins the faceoff. It goes to Mingo. Another one-timer. Glove save again from Jakaitis. Mingo got a lot more wood on that one than he did for his goal that he scored in the early moments of this second period. But Jakaitis was there for it. Everett Clark against Patrick Gall. Seems like the Icemen have won about 2/3 of the faceoffs tonight. They've been very good. I knew I shouldn't have said that. South Carolina wins this faceoff cleanly. They get it out to center ice. The old broadcaster's jinx. Thank goodness it was only on a faceoff. Jacksonville looks to clear away, but a steal from South Carolina in the neutral zone. Marginari with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound is cleared away by Mingo. Bouncing puck still in the zone, however, for South Carolina as we enter the final minute of period number 2. Stingrays looking to get a little pressure here in the offensive zone. It's bottled up along the wall. The Icemen take over. Savage chipping it ahead for Tyson Fawcett. Gloves it down to his stick. Geiger now gloves it away for Patrick Gall, and will have a hand pass against South Carolina. Are we going to have a penalty here too? Thought it was nothing more than a simple hand pass for South Carolina. Is there a penalty on Jacksonville? Tanner Eberle's going into the box. What is this one for? Two minutes are on the board. They called roughing on Tanner Eberle. Power play number 5 for the Stingrays. They just scored on the power play a few minutes ago to tie this game. About 4 minutes ago. And they've got another chance here. Face-off is to the left side of Colton Finney. Gustafson waved out of the draw for South Carolina. Joe Devon will take it instead. He is South Carolina's captain, up against an alternate captain for Jacksonville and Cameron Critchlow. Stingrays win the faceoff. They will set up to the blue line for Travis Walsh. In a shot, in a screen, save is made by Finney. Rebound just over the glass and out of play. So another draw in the Jacksonville territory with 32.7 seconds remaining in the second period. Critchlow will take the draw against Devon again. Garrett Hunt is out there penalty killing as well. Tim Daly and Scott Savage are your defenders. Finney is in deep in his crease. He sits much deeper in his crease than Austin Watts does on faceoffs. Stingrays win another faceoff. Walsh to the right side for Geiger. Geiger back to the blue line for Walsh. Takes the shot. Finney with a blocker save in traffic. South Carolina gets the rebound, however. At the point, it's Walsh for Devon with 15 seconds to go in the period. Cross ice look. Geiger with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound not cleared yet with 8 seconds to go. Devon cross ice for Geiger at the right circle. Shot on goal. Another save by Finney with the right pad. Another slap shot. Save is made, and time will expire. Anxious moments in the closing 15 seconds there. South Carolina, I believe, got 3 shots on net in the final 15 seconds. But Colton Finney up to the task on each occasion. And we go to the locker room right where we were after one period of play, deadlocked. Each team did get a goal, however, in the second period. Jacksonville, for the third night in a row, took a 1-0 lead. This time it's Dejan Mingo who gets the goal for the Icemen. His third of the season from Everett Clark. Just 47 seconds into period number 2. South Carolina responds with a power play goal. It is Marcus Perrier's 5th of the year, assisted by Dylan Marginari and Stephen Whitney at 15:39. Shots on goal in that period. Jacksonville gets 12, just as they did in the first period. They've got 24. South Carolina had 9 shots that period. They have a 2-period total of 15. after 2 periods of play. It's Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 1. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges? Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; BFL Canada; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider; Sports Tape, official sports tape provider; Warrior, official performance sportswear provider; SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL; and the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv, and be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
We're back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. We are 1-1 between the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays after 2 periods of play. Very entertaining hockey game in this final game of a 7-game homestand for the Icemen. After this homestand concludes tonight, Jacksonville will not be away from home for too long. Looking at next week's schedule, they have a rare Tuesday game. It's a road game in Greenville. That's a pretty important game against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. That is going to be on Tuesday night. Jacksonville has defeated Greenville 4 of the last 5 times, but the one loss was this past Sunday to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. After Tuesday's roadie, though, right back at home for 2 more games over the weekend. It will be Saturday night, February 10th, a week from tonight. For the final time this season, the Icemen will host the Atlanta Gladiators, a team that Jacksonville has just had so much trouble with this season. The Icemen only 1-7 against Atlanta so far. So they will look to try and get a second victory against the Gladiators next Saturday night. Good seats still available. We hope that you make it here to the Veterans Memorial Arena. And then the following day, it's a Sunday afternoon tilt right here at the Veterans Memorial Arena as Jacksonville will entertain the Allen Americans, a team from suburban Dallas. Allen playing some pretty good hockey, 23 wins, 18 losses, 4 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss for the Americans. I've said this each of the last couple of games. Allen is the only team all season that the Icemen will play against in the Western Conference. That's either at home or on the road. They're the only Western Conference team that the Icemen face all season. That is a week from tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock start for that one between the Icemen and the Allen Americans. After that, then the Icemen are gone for a little while. They will not play from the 11th until the 23rd of February, at least here at home. They do have a few road games in between. Actually, a little bit of an opportunity for the Icemen to catch a little breather from some hockey games as well. Only 3 games in a stretch of 12 days there for the Icemen. So that is Jacksonville's upcoming schedule. Make sure you come on down next weekend for Saturday night when they host the Atlanta Gladiators and or Sunday afternoon against the Allen Americans. We will take another break and return shortly. It is 1-1 between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. We'll have a look around the ECHL scoreboard when we come back. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider, BFL Canada, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL. Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider. Sports Tape, official sports tape provider. Warrior, official performance sportswear provider. SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL. And the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv. And be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges?
Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
We're back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. It is 1-1 after 2 periods of play. Each team getting a goal in the second period. Dejan Mingo for the Icemen for a 1-0 lead. South Carolina equalizes from Marcus Perrier on the power play. Looking at other scores around the ECHL, we'll start in the South Division. 2 of 3 other South Division games went Jacksonville's way, and they are already final. From Norfolk, the Norfolk Admirals had a rough weekend against the Reading Royals. As Norfolk loses again tonight, they lost 2-0 tonight. Reading getting both of their goals in the third period. And so Norfolk losing certainly benefits the Icemen. They stay 5 points ahead of Jacksonville for now. So if Jacksonville can win, obviously, they'll be within 3 points. Also from the South Division, the Florida Everblades have defeated the Greenville Swamp Rabbits in pretty convincing fashion at that. 5-1 is the score for that one. So Florida stays in first place in the South Division, while Greenville, with the loss, stays at 44 points. Greenville came into the night tied with the Orlando Solar Bears for 4th place. The one game that is not going Jacksonville's way tonight is Orlando in Atlanta are pounding the Gladiators. Why couldn't it have been either of the last 2 nights for Atlanta? Turns out it's tonight. Atlanta at home is getting drilled. 6-0 is the score. That one has 4 minutes left in the game, so it is essentially over. The other games were finals, but this one not quite a final, but just about a final. So Orlando will say that they have the victory, and with that they will improve to 46 points on the season, and they will go back into 4th place by themselves in the South Division. So Jacksonville, should they win tonight, does have an opportunity to gain 2 points on both the Norfolk Admirals and the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. That will certainly help. Jacksonville at 35 points on the year right now. So they are looking to get within 3 points of Norfolk and within 7 points of Greenville. With a win, it would be within 9 points over Orlando. That is the ultimate goal, is to get past all 3 of those teams to get into the top 4 in the division. That's where the playoffs will lie. We will take one more break and come back and get ready for the third period of play. We are knotted up at 1 after 2. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges?
Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; BFL Canada and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider; Sports Tape, official sports tape provider; Warrior, official performance sportswear provider; SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL; and the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv, and be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
Important questions about cancer don't just come to mind between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's why, if you have questions, the American Cancer Society is here to help answer them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-227-2345 or at cancer.org. You'll find the most reliable, up-to-date cancer information available. Call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org to learn how your American Cancer Society can help you or someone you love.
We are just about ready for the third period here in Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays are tied 1-1 as we get ready for the third. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. When we begin the third period, it will be South Carolina on the power play for another minute 16. So the Icemen will be shorthanded to begin things in the third. Critical moment is in the opening seconds here, as Jacksonville does not want to allow this goal and fall behind at any point in this hockey game. They want to end this 7-game homestand on a winning note. They're in position to do so, but they got to kill off this penalty. That would be paramount towards their success here in the final 20 minutes. Great crowd again on hand here. Waiting to hear what the official crowd is, but it's a superb crowd tonight. Saturday nights in February always do well, and tonight is no exception. Puck is down, Stingrays control, here we go. Third period of play, it's 1-1, South Carolina is on the power play. They're into the zone, Gustafson to the right circle for Magali. Wrist shot up high, Finney makes the save on the shoulder. Rebound goes behind the net. Jacksonville has the puck. Skating with it is Tim Daly. He'll take his time. Not really in a spot where he can try and pressure offensively or shorthanded. So he'll just flip it back behind the Stingray net. Jakaitis will play it there for Walsh. Walsh drops it back for Geiger. Redirects over the blue line. Goes behind the Jacksonville net. Shapiro is on it first. Slams it around the wall and out immediately. 33 seconds to go on the power play for the Stingrays. It's Leach behind his own net. Penalty killing for the Icemen are Tyson Fawcett and Eli Lichtenwald. Tallest man and shortest man on the team. In opposite order, Lichtenwald the tall one. Stingrays get it into the zone. It's Stephen Whitney for Camerata. Gives it up to Chris Joseph. He's triple teamed, but still gets towards an open wing. Shapiro tries to clear it ahead. Gets it free to Fawcett. Steps around the man. Tyson Fawcett with speed. He's in the corner. Fawcett cuts towards net. Looks to center. Cannot do it. Comes all the way back and plays it all the way back into the Jacksonville zone. Teams are at full strength as Tyson Fawcett kills the rest of that penalty. The Icemen clear it into the zone. Now they're the ones looking to pressure offensively. Jimmy Lodge in the left wing corner to the blue line for Dines. Cross ice, it's Mingo. Wrist shot in the screen is deflected into the corner. Critchlow picks it up there. Looking for Lodge off the end boards. Lodge towards the blue line, held in by Garrett Hunt. Back around the boards we go. Leach is double teamed there. Critchlow tries to dig it free. He does. Along the near side boards. On the backhand for Chris Dines. Wrist shot is blocked right in front. It goes to Lodge. He cannot get the shot away. He was held up by Tommy Hughes. Lodge does hold it in. Back behind the net for Critchlow. Cutting to the net is Hunt. It goes to Mingo instead. He misfires. Tries to get it right back. Lodge with a centering pass, but it's stolen and cleared out by Whitney. Great pressure again from Jacksonville. They've got the puck in the neutral zone. Couple of men go down. That allows Mingo to pick it up. He will clear it in high off the glass. Sharp angle shot, and a blocker save is made by Jakaitis off the stick of Brendan Collier. Daly looks to hold in for Jacksonville. Looks to kick it forward. Holds it in with his skate for now. Collier is helping out about 15 feet away from the blue line. Stingrays do clear it out. It goes to the Jacksonville line. 17:22 to go in the third period. It's still 1-1. Pierce is over the blue line for the Icemen. Skating around the back of the Stingray net. Kicking it free for Eberle. Eberle gives it up to Roberto. He'll play it wing to wing for Perrier. Perrier's over the blue line for South Carolina. Poked away by Savage. Centering pass goes right through the slot. Nobody home. Picked off there by the Icemen. They get it to center ice, and Collier continues it along. Over the blue line is Collier, looking for Pierce. Steps around a man, gets a backhander away. Stick save is made by Jakaitis. Rebound held in by the Icemen. Looking to go around Geiger is Tanner Eberle. The two of them still continue to go shoulder to shoulder. Finally, it's the Stingrays taking over, and Eberle continues his body check. Love the hustle of Tanner Eberle and how hard he plays every single shift. Stingrays with it, however, behind their own net. Everett Clark is waiting right at the top of the crease. As the Stingrays play it up the right side, they'll redirect to the Jacksonville blue line. The Icemen get it right back. McIntyre over the blue line, giving it up. Stingrays with a steal in the neutral zone. Trying to step around a man is Magali. Magali over the blue line, poking it behind the Jacksonville net for Stephen Whitney. Whitney to the point. It's Leach for Hughes at the right side. Wrist shot is blocked in front. It comes up high to Joseph. Joseph plays it off the wall for McIntyre. Cannot get it away from Leach. Leach stepped up to make a big play. The Icemen get it back, however. It's Chris Joseph right to left for Kyle Shapiro. Shapiro still in his own zone between the hash marks. Now starts forward. Gets to the red line before forehanding in. Lodge gives chase, but Devin beats him to the puck. Around the boards we go with Stingrays in control. Camerata through the neutral zone. Cross ice for Marginari. Broken up there by Jacksonville. Scott Savage chipping it up the boards. It goes into the Icemen bench, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 15:28 to go in the third period. Jacksonville now out shooting South Carolina 25-16, but it is still tied at 1. Draw will be to Colton Finney's left side. He's played very well tonight for Jacksonville. Win called upon. It's going to be Cam Critchlow against Dylan Marginari on this face-off. Critchlow, Hunt, Lodge. That's your forward line. And Critchlow wins it cleanly. It's Scott Savage on the left wing. Ahead for Hunt. Tries to redirect away from Geiger. Gets it over the blue line for Lodge. Lodge is double-teamed. He got it over the blue line, but no further than that. South Carolina plays it back into the Icemen zone. Savage going to the left wing side for Hunt. He'll backhand it up the wall for Critchlow in the neutral zone. Lead pass for Lodge. Takes him over the blue line. He's by himself for now. Drops it back for Savage, but it's poked away by the Stingrays and back out to the Icemen blue line. Brendan Collier with a little bit of space through center ice. He'll forehand in and chase after it himself, forcing Jakaitis to play it around the wall. Eberle just onto the ice, keeps it in. Behind the net we go, now to the right side of Jakaitis. Elgin Pierce is into forecheck. Big hit by Tanner Eberle. Continues to play physical all night long, really all season long for Tanner Eberle. Puck comes loose towards the blue line, but the Stingrays have it. They've got a three-man rush, possible 3-on-2. Saul Haney, cross ice, poked away by Daly. It goes back behind the Jacksonville net. The Icemen in control there. Daly now loses it. Saul Haney looking for goal. He was all alone in the slot, but he couldn't handle the pass. Jacksonville catches a break there. as the Stingrays get it back at their own line. 14 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the third. Still a 1-1 hockey game. Travis Walsh at center ice, slamming it around the boards. Comes to the near side for McIntyre. Does he clear out? Yes, they're going to call it offside against South Carolina. Joey Leach brought it back in. It just went over the blue line right at the Jacksonville bench. Line change for each team here. Everett Clark coming on with Bobby McIntyre and Tyson Fawcett. Third forward line with the third defensive pair in Chris Joseph and Kyle Shapiro. And it's Jacksonville winning it. Shapiro on the backhand, chips it ahead for McIntyre. McIntyre, in turn, moves it into the corner, left side of Jakaitis. Stingrays are on it first. They'll play it around the end boards for Whitney, who calmly tosses it back to the Jacksonville Blue. Joseph leaves it for McIntyre, then for Everett Clark. Everett Clark with a saucy little pass for Joseph over the blue line. Shot towards goal is blocked by the Stingrays. They play it ahead, and they'll skate with the puck. Whitney over the blue line. Drops it for Gustafson. Looking for Geiger. Cannot get the shot away. Poked away by Jacksonville. Looking for the skate out is Everett Clark. He gets it to center ice. He's by himself. Just a long wrister on net. Jakaitis makes the save, and another line change here for Jacksonville. Danny Federico behind his own net. Garrett Hunt is there between the hash marks, waiting to see where Federico goes. He plays to the right wing side for Walsh. Ahead for Marginari. Tries to split the defense. He'll play it into the corner. Heavy collision between Marginari and Mingo. Mingo gets up onto his skates and moves it for Garrett Hunt. Hunt for Savage. Three-man rush. Three-man back. Savage into the corner looking for, well, himself as it turns out. Behind the net for Jimmy Lodge. Lodge is double-teamed. Plays it to an open wing. Hunt and Federico do battle. Federico leaves it for Camarada. He will forehand out. He goes back into the Jacksonville zone for Scott Savage. Savage ahead for Lodge. Broken up there by Leach. Mingo gets it back for the Icemen. Puck goes off the glass. Lodge was hoping that it got by a couple of players, but instead it's South Carolina. Saul Haney goes behind the Jacksonville net. Looks to center. Pokes it into the corner for Patrick Gall. Gall to the blue line for Hughes. Cross ice, it's Leach. A one-timer is blocked in front. Gall cannot get a turnaround shot away. Critchlow backhands it for Lodge. Lodge chips it out. Jacksonville needs a line change. Most of them will get to the bench. Garrett Hunt stays on the ice now with exactly 12 minutes to go in the third period. Still a 1-1 hockey game. Each team scoring once in the second period. That's been it so far. Geiger for the Stingrays gives it up to Collier. Transition game for Jacksonville. Pierce over the blue line. Back for Collier. He'll get it behind the net. Eberle is there to help out. Stingrays get the steal. Now it's the Stingrays coming through center ice. Roberto flips it in just wide of the net. Joseph tries to ride Stephen Whitney off of the puck. Joseph on his forehand. Plays it forward for Pierce. He's got Collier with him. Chooses to go to Collier over the blue line. Moving it free for Shapiro, trying to step in. Kyle Shapiro takes it behind the South Carolina net. Looking for Pierce. Pierce ridden off the puck. Stephen Whitney will skate out of the zone. It's been a lot of flow to this third period. Not too many whistles. It's been good stuff here. Back and forth we go. Hampus Gustafson to the blue line for Hughes. His slap shot goes well wide, but it goes all the way to the left point. Leach's bomb is blocked in front, and the Icemen will skate odd man rush, 3-on-2. Clark is over the blue line. Jacksonville was gassed. They needed a line change. That 3-on-2 never did develop. And the Stingrays have possession. Playing it towards the blue line. Savage holds it in. Stingrays get it right back, and they get it to the red line. Savage ahead for Fawcett. Long slap shot well over the crossbar. Karam's right in front of Jakaitis for South Carolina's Tommy Hughes. Hughes leaving it for Joey Leach. Fawcett waiting between the hash marks. Down to 10:31 to go now in period number 3. Still a 1-1 hockey game. Camarada flying over the blue line. He's got a ton of speed. Drops it back. Gets blocked in front by Mingo. Mingo starts the drive forward. 3-on-2 Jacksonville. Mingo's over the blue line. His pass for Critchlow went well behind him, but Marginari fell down, and the Icemen keep it in the zone. South Carolina gets it back, a flip ahead, looking for Camarada. One-on-one for the moment, and Dines pushes him off the puck. Jacksonville getting it back. We are now exactly halfway through this third period. Several minutes without a whistle here. This has been great. Chris Dines behind his own net for the Icemen. Plays it to the right wing. Mingo for Lodge. Accelerating through the neutral zone is Lodge. He's over the blue line. Going into the corner. Drop pass for Garrett Hunt. Hunt in the right wing corner. Centering pass. Critchlow with a forehand just wide to the glove side of Jakaitis. Rebound for South Carolina. They'll play it out of the zone. Dines playing it cross ice. Left to right for Mingo. Looking for Lodge. He kicks it ahead. Stingrays get it back. Long lead pass goes by everybody. No icing. There was a deflection, so we'll play on still. Roberto and Dines fight for it behind the Jacksonville net. Third man in is Jacksonville's Bobby McIntyre. Nice deke around Gustafson. He's over the blue line. McIntyre 1-on-3. Got taken down. No call. Will play on. Lichtenwald behind the South Carolina net. Looks to center. Stingrays get it back. Fans want a penalty call, but there is none coming as the Stingrays get it back into the Jacksonville zone. Roberto driven into the glass by Shapiro. Great hit as Jacksonville picks it away. It's McIntyre out of his own zone. Trying to forehand in. It is gloved ahead by South Carolina. Finally a whistle. A good 5-6 minutes without a single interruption. Great stuff here in the third period, but we stay deadlocked at 1. 8:42 to go in period number 3. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; BFL Canada; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, official on-ice equipment provider; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Sherwood Hockey, official puck provider; Sports Tape, official sports tape provider; Warrior, official performance sportswear provider; SweatX, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL; and the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv, and be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices.
It's Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 1. 8:42 left in the third period. We'll see if the Icemen can find a way to win this game and finish 4-3 on their homestand. Another great crowd on hand. They are loud and proud right now as we resume live play. Faceoff was in the Stingray zone, but South Carolina won it and immediately cleared it to the Jacksonville line. Fawcett gets it right back in. Joey Leach beats Tanner Eberle to the puck. Eberle drives him into the glass as Leach plays it to the blue line. It's held in. Daly with a bomb, blocked in front. Comes up high for Clark. Centering pass. Fawcett redirects it wide. Great setup there by Everett Clark. Fawcett still keeping the pressure on, however. Puck bounces up into the air. Joe Devon for South Carolina plays it to the red line. No further than that. Tim Daly right back in for Jacksonville. Wrist shot. Blocker saved by Jakaitis. Rebound bounces into the corner. Geiger with Fawcett right on his tail, but Geiger gets it free to Leach. Leach plays it ahead, and it's South Carolina over the line. Camerata gives it up to Everett Clark. Jacksonville back the other direction. Fawcett gives it up. In the neutral zone, it's Scott Savage trying to poke it away. Stingrays steal it. Gall is over the blue line. Drop pass for Walsh. Walsh with a centering pass. Deflected to the blue line. Federico for Magali. One-timer. Saved by Finney. Rebound right back to Magali. Another centering pass. It's Walsh with a forehand over the crossbar. Finney is without his goaltender's stick as the Icemen look to clear the zone. They can't do it yet. South Carolina has possession. It's Magali looking for Gall. To the blue line, Whitney with a bomb, and it deflects wide of the net. Mingo gives Finney his own stick. Behind the net still. South Carolina with heavy pressure here. Centering pass looking for Whitney. Poked away by Jacksonville. Whitney gets it back. Can Finney get his goaltender's stick? No. Tries to reach for it. Finally does behind the net. Centering pass stolen by Savage, and he will play it out of the zone. Anxious moments here, but we stay 1-1. No icing here. We'll play on with 6:49 to go in the third. Stingrays have it behind their own net. Jimmy Lodge forechecks. He curls away as Gustafson plays it for Federico. Federico for Perrier. He has South Carolina's only goal tonight. Jacksonville looks to clear out of their zone. Can't do it yet. Gustafson behind the boards. Jacksonville first on the puck. It bounces up high for McIntyre for the Icemen. Left to right pass for Jimmy Lodge. He has to take it off the boards. He'll just knock it back to the South Carolina line. Stingrays clear it in with 6:18 on the clock in the third period. Dines leaving it for Lodge in the corner, poking it ahead for Critchlow. Critchlow looking for McIntyre, who gloves it onto his stick. Steps around Leach, he got taken down, no call there. It was a solid body check, despite the fans' protests. South Carolina's Joe Devon flips it high into the air. Bouncing at the red line, Stingrays give it up there. It's Tim Daly stepping around Devon. Camerata looks for the steal, gets it ahead for Devon, onside, slap shot, and a save is made by Finney. He'll dive out of his crease to cover it up and take the face-off. 5:48 remaining in period number 3. It is still Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 1. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We are back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. Great game here between the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. It's 1-1 with 5:48 remaining in the third. Shots on goal, Jacksonville with 29, South Carolina with 18. Stingrays win the draw. They'll play it behind the Jacksonville net. Camerata going into the glass, driven hard into the boards by Savage, getting the puck loose for Collier. Collier with the help of Bobby McIntyre. They get it into the Stingray zone. Elgin Pierce tries to get the puck free. He moves it for McIntyre. Cross ice for Daly. It would have been offside, so he could not bring the puck into the South Carolina zone with possession. Stingrays get it back. It's Geiger for Devon. Devon is over the blue line, broken up and cleared out again by Jacksonville. Stingrays in the neutral zone. Federico has to wait for Camerata to clear the zone before he dumps in. And Devon with a steal on the backhand, just wide to the stick side of Finney. Loose puck comes up high. South Carolina pokes it back behind the Jacksonville net. Mingo in control there for the Icemen. Jajon Mingo gets it to center ice. Ridden into the Jacksonville bench, but the Icemen get it right back. Everett Clark tries to gain the blue line. Picked off by South Carolina. Lead pass for Magali. Magali spins on Mingo. Centering feed knocked away by Dines. It comes to Eberle. Eberle gains center ice. Soft chip and chase here from Tanner Eberle. Jakaitis will play it around the end boards. Everett Clark and Pat Magali fight for it. Coming up for Tyson Fawcett, knocked away by the Stingrays. Tommy Hughes for Ryan Whitney. Cross ice over the blue line. Mingo looks for the steal. It goes off a leg. Rolling at the blue line with the help of Dines. They do get it out to center ice. South Carolina right back, however. Magali over the blue line. Passes just knocked away, looking for Stephen Whitney. He was right in the slot, but Dines got it just with the toe of his stick. 4:08 to go in the third period. Still 1-1. Chris Dines waiting behind the back of his net. Going to the right wing for Mingo. Indirect pass for Garrett Hunt, who deflects in behind the Stingray net. Jakaitis leaving the puck there for Joey Leach. Back checking there is Lodge as Leach plays it into the Jacksonville zone. Could be icing. Foot race for it. Joseph wins it. Just beating Saul Haney to the puck. So into the zone we go of South Carolina. Every face-off becoming more important here with 3:48 to go in the third period. Jacksonville with a pair of victories against the Stingrays this season in the season series. They played 5 total games thus far. Jacksonville 2-3 against South Carolina, so they're trying to even the season series. The Icemen win the offensive zone draw. Pierce's shot, however, is blocked right back out to Jacksonville territory. Chris Joseph for Elgin Pierce. Pierce shifts away from Perrier, then gives it up. Pierce tries to get it right back. With the help of Chris Joseph, the Icemen maintain possession. Kyle Shapiro at his own blue line. Long lead pass goes by everybody. This is going to be icing. Easy call to make there with 3:24 to go. It's been a fantastic hockey game tonight. Jacksonville looking for that one final goal to put this one away. Faceoff will be to Colton Finney's right. Brendan Collier will take this draw. He is lined up with Bobby McIntyre and Elgin Pierce. Because it was icing, same 5 skaters have to stay on the ice for the Icemen. So Kyle Shapiro and Chris Joseph stay on the ice, the third defensive pairing. Jacksonville does win the draw, however. Through the neutral zone, it's Collier trying to get away from from Marganari. He lost his stick, and the Stingrays get possession right in front of their goaltender. Travis Walsh driving it off the boards for Joe Devon at center ice. Devon cross ice for Marganari. They are onside. Marganari behind the Jacksonville net, looks to center. All the way around the boards we go. Marganari still with the puck. Looking for Devon. Drop pass. It's Federico. Save made by Colton Finney on the snapshot from the top of the left circle. 2:52 to go in this third period. Still Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 1. We will take our final TV timeout and come back for the closing minutes of regulation. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIceman.com.
You ever wish there was a place that had great rates and all the financial services you need without all the fees and hassles?
Dude, there is. Community First. Great rates, great mobile app, and free checking.
You ever wish you got smaller ear gauges? Nope.
New year, fresh start. Refinance your car loan and get up to $150 cash back. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
I look good.
Love where you bank.
Just 2:52 remaining in the third period. It is Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 1. It's been a great hockey game tonight. Each team scoring their goal in the second period. Jacksonville's Dejan Mingo has his third. South Carolina's Marcus Perrier has his fifth. South Carolina's goal was a power play goal. Faceoff is in the Jacksonville zone. To the right side of Colton Finney. Puck is down. The Icemen win it. It is Tim Daly chipping it high into the air. This might be icing again, but it ends up on net. So that's a big swing in possession here as Garrett Hunt now battles away at Joey Leach at the whistle. I don't think we'll have any penalties here. But once again, things getting a little feisty right in the crease. That's a big swing there. Tim Daly's clear. Would have been icing, and it would have been another defensive zone draw for the Icemen. Instead, it ends up on net, and because Garrett Hunt was hustling towards the crease, he forced Jeff Jakaitis to freeze it. So it becomes an offensive zone draw here for Jacksonville. 2:44 to go. Garrett Hunt continuing to jaw away at the Stingray bench as he goes to the bench himself. Draws to Jeff Jakaitis' left. Everett Clark on the faceoff. He'll try and win it back to Mingo at the right point. Still a battle for it. Stingrays end up with it in the corner. Leach tosses it high into the air. This might be icing too if it's wide of the net, and it is by just a foot or so. So another face-off back into the Stingray zone with 2:33 remaining in period number 3. Finney heads to the bench to get a fresh water bottle here. And I think for the first time maybe this period, Jason Christie sends out Eli Lichtenwald trying to win this face-off. The rangy centerman. Stingrays take it. Leach again behind his net to the right side for Whitney. Chipping it cross ice back to the Jacksonville line. Chris Dines plays it off the boards for Fawcett, who continues it along for Eberle. Eberle first on the puck to the left of Jakaitis. Poked away for Lichtenwald behind the net of South Carolina. To the blue line for Dines. Dines around the wall. Fawcett and Leach do battle as a man got taken down in the crease. That was Eberle who got taken down. No call there as South Carolina clears, and Eberle is letting Andrea Barone hear about it all the way to the bench. 2 minutes exactly to go in the third period. Jacksonville with the puck behind their own net. You can hear the crowd in the background. Man, they are livid with that. Not as livid as Tanner Eberle, though, I promise you. Stingrays now behind their own net with 1:44 on the clock in the third period. It's Walsh to center ice. South Carolina looks to clear in at the blue line. They're going to call it onside, and it goes behind the Jacksonville net. Shapiro looks to play away from Perrier. Perrier with the steal. Around the boards for Roberto. Joseph takes the body on him. McIntyre knocks it away. McIntyre for Joseph. Up the right side, off the wall, and out to center. And we're going to have an offside call. Maybe an intentional offside against South Carolina. I think they will call it intentional. Assuming they do, that'll bring the faceoff back in the Stingray zone. The officials huddling up for this one. This could be a pretty important decision here. Jacksonville's already lined up as if it's an offensive zone draw. And the officials have overturned the call. It's going to come outside the Jacksonville line instead. Jason Christie with his hands up in the air, wondering why. Why is that not intentional? 1:18 remaining in the third. If we don't have any scoring in this next 78 seconds, we'll head to overtime, which we have not had for a long time, I might add. Face-off between Cam Critchlow for Jacksonville and Patrick Gall for South Carolina. Still a scramble for it. Comes to the Stingrays over the blue line. Wrist shot is blocked. Goes to Jimmy Lodge. He got a stick up high, but no call again. Lodge got a stick right in the face, but no call again. The Icemen get it back. It's Critchlow in his own zone, chipping it high and out to center ice. Lodge in the final minute of play for Garrett Hunt. Hunt forehands in behind Jakaitis. Jakaitis leaves it there. Lodge looks for a steal. Goes to the blue line for Savage. His wrist shot deflects over the crossbar. Lodge will pick it up there with 47 seconds to go. Lodge to the blue line for Daly. Around the end boards we go. Stingrays get to the puck first. Devin looks to clear, and he does. Goes by Savage, back inside the Jacksonville line. 34 seconds to go in the third period. The Icemen clear in. Federico drives it right back out, and they still have possession as well. Gall ahead for Perrier. Perrier gets it behind the Jacksonville net with 22 seconds remaining. Mingo for Brendan Collier. Collier with a long wing-to-wing pass, cannot connect. Federico forehands in with 14 seconds to go in the period. Mingo behind his net, chops it away for Daly. Daly around the wall for Elgin Pierce with 7 seconds to go. Pierce for Collier, 4 seconds to go. Over the blue line is Collier. Can he get a shot away? No, he will not. Time will expire, and we will go to overtime. Fantastic hockey game, and we are not done yet. Free hockey here in Jacksonville tonight. We stay 1-1. No scoring in the third period. No scoring in the first period either. The Icemen got their goal at the 47-second mark of the second. Dejan Mingo, his third of the year from Everett Clark. South Carolina equalized on the power play. Marcus Perrier, his fifth of the season. Assisted by Dylan Marganari and Stephen Whitney at 15:39 of the second period. Shots on goal in the third period. Jacksonville only had 4. They have a 3-period total of 28. South Carolina also only 4. Despite all the up and down play, not many shots on goal in that period for either team. South Carolina's 3-period total is 19. Jacksonville has not had a game end past regulation all the way since December 30th. So this is their first overtime win or loss of this calendar year. Their last one was a 5-4 shootout win at Norfolk on December 30th. It's a stretch of 17 straight games without an overtime. That is a long time in hockey with so many games that end up being pretty close, 1-goal, 2-goal kind of games. So we are just about set for overtime. 5 minutes are on the clock. Teams will skate 3-on-3. Each team has gained at least a point, but Jacksonville wants the victory here. A victory would move them within 3 points of the Norfolk Admirals in the standings. Brendan Collier against Dylan Marganari on the draw. And the Stingrays have it. Paul Geiger behind his own net. Possession is so key in overtime. Geiger to the left side for Marganari. Defending is Tim Daly. He's the only defenseman as Marganari goes wide on him. Turns into the corner and stops right there at the left wing corner. Marganari tries to drop it back for Geiger at the top of the left circle. Geiger spins away from Elgin Pierce. Nearly lost it. Daly now defends on Marganari. Marganari behind the Jacksonville net. On his backhand side, turns to turn away, looks for the wraparound, but Finney makes the save. Rebound belongs to South Carolina. Collier now takes it away from Stephen Whitney. He'll play it for Tim Daly. And it's the Icemen with their first opportunity on the power play offensively. Pierce wheeling and dealing through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, gets it for McIntyre. It's Eberle rather. Eberle to the forehand, gives it up to the Stingrays. South Carolina gets it back. 4:03 to go in overtime. It's tied 1-1. Paul Geiger for South Carolina. I think Jimmy Lodge might have blown a tire. He's got a bad skate blade possibly as the Stingrays take it into the zone. Patrick Gall at the right wing circle. Looking for Magali. Magali at the blue line. Forehands it in, looking for Walsh. Walsh looks for the wraparound. Mingo tries to get it away from him. Walsh takes it all the way out to center ice, and Mingo will continue that forecheck. Jacksonville cannot get a line change here, however, because South Carolina still has the puck. It's Hampus Gustafson behind the Jacksonville net. Ridden off the play by Eberle. Comes up high for Travis Walsh for South Carolina. For Magali, looks to go wide on Mingo. The Icemen must be absolutely gassed out there right now. Magali looks to step away from Mingo. Mingo tries to steal it. It comes free, and it goes to Eberle. Eberle playing it behind the net for Lodge. Eberle took a big hit on the play as Lodge looks to step around Gustafson. Lodge gets away from Gustafson. Gets to center ice. Over the blue line. Drop pass for Mingo. Mingo steps away from Gustafson. Held up on the play. No call again from Andrea Barone. As the Stingrays get the puck behind the net, they've got a 2-on-1 the other way. It's Hughes with Devon. Hughes, forehand, save is made, rebound is covered. Face-off will be in the Jacksonville zone. The crowd loves it. At the same time, they kind of hate it because they felt like Jacksonville should have been on the power play there. 2:37 remaining in overtime. Face-off will be to the right side of Colton Finney. Jacksonville this year has 2 wins in overtime, 1 win in a shootout. They've played 8 total overtime or shootout games. The Icemen win the draw. They get it ahead, possible 2-on-1. Looking for the shot, save is made by Jakaitis on the forehander from Scott Savage, who tried to end it right there. Face-off will be to Jeff Jakaitis' right. Jacksonville sends Eli Lichtenwald out there with all the open ice. Normally you like that for the speedsters, but Jason Christie elects to go with the 6'6" Eli Lichtenwald. He wins the draw, it goes to Fawcett. Savage gives it back to Fawcett. He is double teamed. South Carolina looks to take it away, but it's Lichtenwald with a steal. Behind the net for Fawcett. Lichtenwald tries to get it back. Helping out there is Fawcett. Finally, it's the Stingrays that take possession. Joey Roberto. Roberto out of his own zone, gives it up to Lichtenwald briefly, but he gets it back to Leach. Ahead for Perrier, who is over the blue line. 2 minutes remaining in overtime. Lichtenwald gives it up to Perrier on his backhand in the offensive zone. Perrier all the way to the blue line for Geiger. Just holds it in. Trying to go wide on Fawcett. Geiger, centering pass, goes off a skate. Again, no call as Finney is way out of his net. He was ridden off the net, but Barone has just swallowed the whistle here in overtime as South Carolina drives to the net. No call there either as Jacksonville gets it away. They'll skate 2-on-2 for the moment. Over the blue line is Lichtenwald. Lead pass ahead for Fawcett. goes all the way to Jakaitis, and he will cover it up. 1:27 to go in overtime. If you're looking for a power play, forget it. It's not going to happen. Andrea Barone was calling all kinds of power plays in the first and second period, but since then, absolutely nothing. The Icemen send out Everett Clark and Brendan Collier. Tim Daly is the blue liner. Draws to Jakaitis' right. Jacksonville wins it. Daly tries to go wide on Walsh. Into the near side boards. Daly maintains possession. Looks to spin away from Walsh. Collier is there to help out, but McGauley takes it away from him. Pat McGauley at his own blue line. Steps away from Tim Daly. McGauley dropping it back. It went off the skate of Daly, but South Carolina keeps the puck. Dylan Marginari just to the left of his netminder with Collier forechecking. Last minute of overtime as Marginari is over the blue line. Poked away by Jacksonville. Tripped up as Collier. Again, no call. It goes back to the blue line for McGauley. To the left circle for Walsh. Shot deflected away. It stays in play to the left side of Finney. Jacksonville has the puck. Chris Dines on the backhand. Gave it up to McGauley. McGauley looking for Patrick Gall. He's over the blue line. Wrist shot deflected out of play. Nice defensive play there by Everett Clark. It will take, I would say, even more than a felony for it to be a penalty at this point. Capital offense is what it would have to be. .9 seconds to go in overtime. Draws to Jacksonville goaltender Colton Finney's left side. Puck is down. Jacksonville, Dejan Mingo wins it to himself. Chopping it up the right side for Elgin Pierce. Gets it over the blue line, but he cannot control the puck. Patrick Gall gets it back behind the net. Loose puck there. Goes right to Jakaitis, or near Jakaitis, but the Stingrays pull it away. Loose in the neutral zone. South Carolina again with it. Another collision. Wrist shot goes out of play. And again, a Jacksonville player goes down with no call. 13.2 seconds remaining in overtime. If we have no goals here, we'll move to a shootout. And Jacksonville has had precious few shootouts here at home especially. I think only one, in fact. Face-off is going to be to Colton Finney's left side. Jacksonville, at minimum, needs a face-off win here. Face-off is won by Jacksonville, and it's McIntyre. Possible 2-on-1 in the closing seconds. Over the blue line. Trailer, Lichtenwald, slap shot. Save is made. Rebound, McIntyre with 2 seconds left. He cannot get the shot away. Eli Lichtenwald would have brought the house down, and after the whistle, we've got a couple of men going down right at the red line. South Carolina was riding McIntyre almost like he was riding horseback on him. And Bobby McIntyre really wants a piece of Hampus Gustafson, as Andrea Barone has really let this overtime get out of hand. Hampus Gustafson was literally climbed on top of Bobby McIntyre's shoulders. He was airborne as McIntyre was trying to get away from him, and he just landed right on top of him. But what a performance here for the Icemen. And we are going to go to a shootout. Don't go anywhere yet. Jacksonville in shootouts this year are 1-2. They've only had one shootout at home all season. That was a loss to Norfolk. On the road, they've had 2 shootouts. It was a win at Norfolk and a loss at the Florida Everblades. So for the shootout, each team will get 3 chances towards net, penalty shot style. Jacksonville is the home team. We'll see what they choose to do here. They just gave a game misconduct to Jason Christie. Andrea Barone just gave a game misconduct to Jason Christie. Didn't see it. I'm not sure if it was for chirping at him or what it might have been, but he is gone. And I can't blame them. I really can't. Doesn't really matter much right now for the shootouts. I'm sure that they've got some form of order going for the top three anyway. But it's going to be up to the assistant coaches for the shootout here for the Icemen, Mark Hardy and Max Markowitz. Now Andrea Barone is talking to South Carolina's coach, Ryan Warsofsky. I don't know what Warsofsky has to be upset about. South Carolina could have been called for roughly 4 to 5 minor penalties in that overtime, but got away with every one of them. And then Jacksonville ends up getting a game misconduct for their coach. So this game still hangs in the balance right now, 1-1 after regulation and now through the shootout. The Icemen will shoot first. Tim Daly will take the shootout for the Icemen. He's a right-handed shot. Moving in on the right wing on Jeff Jakaitis. Daly, forehand, score! The Icemen go up by 1, putting pressure here on the Stingrays. Jakaitis got a good chunk of it with his left arm, but it hopped over his arm and slowly just nestled into the net. Tim McGauley now for South Carolina. Listen to this crowd of chorus of boos as McGauley skates in, giving himself a sharp angle up the left side, then comes to the slot, and he scores as well. Went 5-hole on Colton Finney. So it's 1-1 after 1 round. Next up for Jacksonville, Bobby McIntyre. McIntyre trying to put Jacksonville back on top in this shootout. McIntyre, a left-handed shot. Comes right up the middle on Jakaitis. Forehand denied. Right pad saved by Jeff Jakaitis. So now it's the Stingrays' opportunity to take their first lead of the shootout. It's Taylor Camerata. Very shifty player. He comes down on the left wing side too. Left-handed shot on Finney. Camerata, forehand, he scores. And the Stingrays go up 2-1 in this shootout. So the Icemen now with just one last chance to extend this game and extend this shootout. And it's going to be Dejan Mingo hopping over the dasher. Dejan Mingo to keep Jacksonville alive. He has their goal in regulation. Can he extend it? Forehand, score! What a deke from Dejan Mingo. Going from backhand to forehand. And that evens this shootout at 2. But the Icemen are not out of the woods yet. South Carolina has a chance right here to end it. If Joe Devon scores, the Stingrays will win. If Finney makes the save, we'll go to round 4. Devon, a right-handed shot in on Finney. Forehand off the crossbar. And it bounces high into the air and stays out of the net. So we have extra rounds here in the shootout. We'll go 1 round at a time until a winner is determined. Garrett Hunt, Jacksonville's captain here in round 4. He's a lefty coming in on Jakaitis with speed. Forehand, blocker saved by Jakaitis. And the Stingrays now with another opportunity to win this one. It's Ryan Whitney for South Carolina. Whitney is a righty. He gets the go-ahead and comes in, giving himself a slight angle. Whitney, backhander, score, game over. South Carolina has won in a shootout. 2-1 is your final score. And the Icemen get 1 point for the shootout loss, but they cannot get the victory here tonight despite a tremendous effort this evening. South Carolina does get the win, however. They improve to 29-11, 4-1, and up to 63 points. Jacksonville gets a shootout loss. They are now 15-26, 3-3. They get 1 point. They now have 36 points on the season. Crowd was highly entertained tonight, and the Icemen players salute them with their sticks up high, but they will go home with a shootout loss this time. And Jacksonville finishes this 7-game homestand 3-3-0 and 1. That one coming just now. Your final score in a shootout: South Carolina 2, Jacksonville 1. We hope you enjoyed this one. We'll be back with you next Saturday night when the Icemen host the Atlanta Gladiators. 7:30 is going to be puck drop right here at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. For everybody involved in this production, this is Arlie Johnson saying goodnight for now. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll catch you back next Saturday night right here in Jacksonville.